Man. Football, football, football. Oh man, I love being a football fan. I absolutely do. I love being a football fan. I just love being a football fan. The emotions, the highs, the lows, everything in between. I just love being a football fan. The Super Eagles, I said this after the last game against Benin Republic. Look, we might come fashionably late to the party, but we will be at the party. We're taking the scenic routes. We're making it difficult, but we are getting the job done one way or the other. Nigeria 4, Gabon 1 after extra time in Rabat, and we will be in Sunday's final against one of DR Congo or Cameroon. Thank you for joining me, guys. My name is Ayoti. This is Eagle Striker, the home of Nigerian football, and this is the post-match show. Review, analysis, and calling. As always, I'll start by giving you a rundown of my thoughts from throughout the game. I'll do my match ratings for all the players as well as the head coach, and then I will give you guys a chance to call in and share your thoughts on today's game. But boy, am I happy! I am happy. Throughout this match, I've had all sorts of emotions from frustration to anger to joy to sadness to disappointment. Man, everything that you want in a football game, we had it today. Only thing that was missing was probably a red card and a penalty. We'll talk about penalty in a little bit. But yes, Eric Shell started this match with his usual setup. We had Aqua Adams playing Osimhen up front. We had Brighton Simon on the right, Bassi and Frederick in the center of the defense, Sanusi on the left, Iwobi in the midfield. Simon was on the bench, Lukman started, Chukwueze on the last side. And from, I think, the very first few minutes of the game, you could see that we were in control. You could see that the Super Eagles were dictating the tempo of the game. Super Eagles were running it. We're keeping possession. Football possession is not everything, but it was a sign of, okay, we are the better side. We are the ones that are going to set the pace for the game. We're the ones that are going to dictate. We had an early free kick. Zedu took it shot on target, was an easy save for the goalkeeper, though. Adams had an early half chance as well after a cheap giveaway. Was a good press by the Mola Lukman. The goalkeeper saved that one. Osai Samuel just about won a 1v1 against Buanga. Chukwueze helped to win a goal kick. We saw that we were the better team, but Gabon showed us that they had a little bit of a threat on the counter-attack with Denny Buanga. We could see early in the game that, okay, if we let this guy have some space to run into, then it could be a difficult one. Indeed, he received an early yellow card, which made me a little bit nervous because we know that Indeed is our chief tackler, he's our chief interceptor, he's the ball winner in the middle of the park. So getting that early yellow card made things a little bit tense for me, thinking, is he going to be able to put in his same level of commitment and work rate in the center of the park, considering the fact that another bad one and he might get sent off. But he did very well to stay for the entire game and not make any silly errors and still win tackles, win first balls, win second balls. Indeed, he was very good today. I'll get into his rating a little bit. Benjamin Frederick showed a moment of composure in the first half, cleaning up a Gabon attack. And I think he faked a shot and the Gabon player just slid past him. Benjamin Frederick, I'll get into him in a little bit. Akko was having a little bit of a tough time sticking his touches and letting the ball stick to him and holding up the play very well. But his work rate was very, very good. Akko was running everywhere, was giving everything, was playing hard. He played a cross, left-footed cross into the box. That was the first chance for Victor Osimhen where he got a half chance, I should put it that way, because he got his head on the ball, but the Gabonese goalkeeper basically pummeled him and put him on the ground. Could it have been a penalty? I didn't think it was a penalty. I thought it was like a natural coming together in the box. Of course, we know that goalkeepers are very protected. Anything, the ball in the air inside the penalty area, they're probably going to give the benefit of the doubt to the goalkeeper. But that was the first half chance that Victor Osimhen had in the game. Lukman had another half chance shortly after it was blocked. Osimhen had a header after a very good lofted through pass into the box by Alex Iwobi. Iwobi ran the show, deep lying playmaker role. In the 90 minutes, it was good. In the extra time, he got tired. We'll get into that a little bit more. But it was a good pass by Alex Iwobi. Osimhen with a header. It was very well saved by the Gabon goalkeeper. We had a resulting corner. They just about cleared their lines. Lukman also found Victor Osimhen. Osimhen couldn't keep a shot on target, but it was from a fairly tight angle. The quality of Victor Osimhen, you would say that he should have got that on target. We know how good Victor Osimhen was, but that chance went begging. It was a goal kick. Iwobi attempted another one of those lofted passes into the box, but this time he could not connect with it. However, we could see what Alex Iwobi was trying to do. We could see the instructions that the coach had given to him. We could see him trying to dictate play, trying to create things from a deep line midfield position. And I was quite happy with Alex Iwobi's performance during the game as well. Osayi made a ball into a run rather into the box. Osimhen found him. He just couldn't get the shot off. The Gabonese defenders were being very compact, being very tight. We were just lacking that final ball, that final action, that final pass, that final shot. We had many breaks into the Gabon penalty area or into their final third, but we just couldn't get that shot off. Or if we got the shot off, we just couldn't get it on target. We just couldn't get that final pass to reach the man. That was kind of how it was going in that first half. Openda had a good opportunity, tried to find Aubameyang in the box, but Benjamin Frederick defended very well, got a foot on it, and he was able to clear. There was a half chance from the resulting corner. Gabon crossed it into the box, but Ako Adams was able to clear that one again. Aubameyang fouled Denny Boanga. Boanga, a shot from a tight angle, it was blocked. Ako continued to put in a good shift, continued to press, continued to help out in defense, continued to clear the balls from the corner kicks that were happening. He was just working very hard in that first half. Frederick also did well to prevent Aubameyang. When Aubameyang had a break, Frederick showed pace, showed composure, showed quality throughout this match, and he prevented Aubameyang from getting a clear shot on target. And then halftime, it was goalless. It started to look like, could this be one of those frustrating days for the Super Eagles, where we're clearly the better team, we're getting some decent chances, some other half chances, but we are just not able to score. That's kind of how it was looking at halftime. The second half kicked off. Then Ibuanga had a shot from an angle. It was blocked by Ndidi. Osayi Samuel. Now, this was the very, very, very nervy moment for us. From a free kick, Osayi Samuel pulls the shirt of the Gabonese attacker. Ref doesn't give it. They send him to VAR. He's looking and looking and looking and looking. They are showing him all sorts of angles, slowing it down, playing it in real time. I can't lie. I cannot lie. I thought that was a penalty. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I thought that was a penalty. Look, am I happy that they did not give it? Of course, I'm happy. I'm delighted. God bless the ref. I know people were skeptical about South African refereeing team, but God bless him for not giving that penalty. I thought it was a penalty. It was very, very clumsy by Osayi Samuel. It would have been disappointing to consider a penalty like that and possibly consider a goal. Osayi Samuel was doing quite well before that incident. I thought it was a penalty. If that was the other way around, and they did not give us the penalty, I will be here bashing and insulting the referee. That's the honest truth. We know if that was the other way around, we would have been so mad. I thought it was a penalty. I don't know why the ref didn't give it, but I'm happy he didn't, because had Gabon scored that goal, who knows how the trajectory of the game could have gone. Of course, 4-1, so we will say we would have beaten them anyway. But look, if that goal went in, maybe they would have defended, maybe the boys would have gotten frustrated. Who knows what could have happened? Osayi Samuel, you just need to be careful with things like, especially that there's VAR. You need to be careful with things like that. It was poor defending from the corner. Some people say that, well, the guy was not going to get on the ball. I don't think that should matter when somebody commits a foul. Again, I thought it was a penalty. I know some people that said it was not a penalty. But look, for me, that's a chance that you just cannot afford to take. But God bless the referee for siding with us on the day or on the evening. Okay, second half continues. Boanga finally got one better of Benjamin Frederick about the 60th minute or thereabout. But thankfully, Calvin Bassey was there to cover for Frederick, and it led to nothing for the Gabonese. Substitutions were made. Moses Simon came on to replace Ademola Lookman. Lookman, of course, not at his best yet this season. We know how things have been. We know the issues off the field, on the field. So it wasn't his best game. Simon came on for him. And Chidera Ejike replaced Samuel Chukwueze, which I thought was a little bit of a surprising one, considering we know the role that Samuel Chukwueze plays for Eric Shell and for these Super Eagles. I was quite shocked that he took Chukwueze off. I mean, I said that early. It wasn't that early in the game, but generally, I was surprised. I mean, Chukwueze wasn't having the usual effects that he has, but I was quite surprised. And Chidera Ejike, who has not played for Nigeria since the AFCON in Cameroon, I was surprised. But, I mean, obviously, we know how it's turned out. So, that's why I'm not the coach. That's why I'm not the one that gets paid to make these decisions. Ejike came on. and Simon came on as well. Gabon corner, Frederick headed it out for another corner. Eventually, we had an opportunity where Educate tried to play a cross into the box. I think it was a breakaway. He tried to play a cross into the box. It was cleared by the defender for a corner. There was another break that we had where Frederick drove forward with the ball. One thing that Benjamin Frederick is quite good at is those drives through the middle with the ball. I like his attacking instincts. When he gets the ball and he sees the space, the boy has the confidence. Plus, he has the ability to run through the space and to create something for his teammates. Frederick is not going to take a shot. He knows that he doesn't have it in his locker. He's not going to take a shot. But he has that ability, and we saw it eventually later in the game. We'll still get to that. On this occasion, he found Akko Adams. Akko Adams found Moses Simon. Moses Simon caught and then played a cross. This cross missed everybody. It was new in the world. We also had Simon again beating his man, but eventually overrunning the ball, and it went out for a goal kick. And then the lucky break. You might say it's not luck, you might say it's hard work, but the lucky break where the Gabonese defender, experienced defender, just did not look up properly and played a very, very sloppy pass, pounced on by Akko Adams. For 1 second, I thought Moses Simon was going to get in his way and they were going to confuse each other, but Akko did not even allow Simon to get involved. Akko just ran past the goalkeeper and then played it left-footed into the bottom of the net. And we took the lead in the game. Lucky break not to consider penalty, lucky to get that goal. But all that matters is that the ball hits the back of the net and the Super Eagles were ahead. The goal by Akko Adams. Akko Adams pounced on the opportunity after working hard throughout the game. I thought he deserved it. I thought he did well to maintain his composure. You know, you might say, oh, it's an empty net. What's big deal scoring into an empty net? But in those moments, players can panic, and we saw one of our best players panic eventually later in the game. Not the exact same situation, but you can never be too sure. Akko finished well. Super Eagles took the lead in that one. We now felt in control. You know, this was a moment where I felt a sense of relief. I felt a sense of calm. Okay, we're 1-0 up. The game is almost over. Let's see it through. We had a breakaway. Victor Osimhen took a shot from about 30, 40 yards. I don't know why. I mean, I know why. He saw the goalkeeper off his line. He thought he could do it. The shot was terrible. It went wide. It went wasted. Whatever. Game goes on. I'm thinking, okay, see this through. Mario Lemina on the left side gets the ball. Takes a hopeless shot. But I guess it wasn't hopeless. Osayi Samuel turns a little bit, his foot touches it, beats Stanley Nwabali at the near post. And that was it. 1-1. Man, should Nwabali have saved that? I can't say yes. I can't blame him for considering that. You know, the deflection caught him off guard, caught everybody off guard. Would maybe a superstar goalkeeper save it? Maybe. But I can't blame Nwabali for considering that one. You know, it was just an unfortunate moment. We got lucky to score. I guess we got lucky to concede, or unlucky to concede the equalizing goal. And it was 1-1. They added 12 minutes of stoppage time. Educate found Osimhen. The most unbelievable thing that happened in that match for me. Osimhen, was he Educate that found him or Ndidi? Rather, Ndidi. No, before that one, Educate found Osimhen 1v1. He dragged the shot wide, but I think it was offside. So the offside flag bailed him out. But then in the final minutes of stoppage time, Ndidi found Victor Osimhen. He did so well to keep himself onside. So well. Running through on goal. I tell you, I kid you not. I've already stood up. I'm raising my hands. I'm getting ready to just type in my group chats. Osimhen, just to celebrate. Osimhen shanked that thing so far wide. So far wide. Bro, I could not believe what I saw. Till now, I don't understand how that happened. If the goalkeeper had saved it, I would have been disappointed. But I would have said, you know what? Goalkeeper saved it. Osimhen shanked that thing so wide. I could not, like, I'm laughing about it now because we've won the game. Okay, I'm happy. But in the moment, guys, I was nearly crying. I could not believe it. Look, one of my guys is here. I always hype Osimhen, man. I hype Osimhen in all my group chats with my guys. When they are calling best strikers, I always try to choke Osimhen's name in the conversation, whether they like it or not. Some people ignore me, some people engage me. Once he missed that chance, I said, oh more. What am I going to say next time they're talking about strikers? Thank God he recovered himself. But that was it. Stoppage time, last minute of the game. Osimhen shanks a horrible miss. My friend Olu said that's the worst miss he has seen since the Yakubu Egbeni miss. It was, oh man, it was terrible. It was terrible. It was terrible. You know, look, everybody could not believe it, but you know the quality that Victor Osimhen has. You know, it's like even if Messi misses an open goal, you don't sub Messi off. You don't sub Messi off. You keep Messi on the field. Osimhen is the Messi of Nigerian football. So he stayed on the field. He stayed on the field. Halftime of full time, we're going into extra time. Extra time, game is under control, in the balance, and then Chidera Ejuke, his first goal for Nigeria. Good play, good build-up. Final pass by Wilfred Ndidi. And Ejuke finished very well. I think, you see, maybe they I don't know if one of the coaches told them, but they realized that, see, just play the ball on the ground. That Gabon goalkeeper cannot get on the ground because the goals that we scored just low finishes, and the Gabonese goalkeeper was just nowhere to be found. From a fairly tight angle, Ejuke just played it low, driven into the bottom left corner, and he found the back of the net. Did his signature, somersault celebration. Fantastic goal. You guys, if you guys have been following me for a long time, you know that I'm a fan of Chidera Ejuke. I like him. I think he's an entertaining player. Yes, I know that his decision making can be suspect sometimes, many times, but I really like the fact that he scored his first goal for Nigeria, and maybe we'll get to see him more in the Super Eagles as time goes on. But a fantastic one. We took the lead again in extra time, and I think from that moment, when we made it 2-1, I kind of felt comfortable. I kind of knew that Gabon will not be able to come back. When we made it 2-1, I felt comfortable. But of course, a one-goal lead is still very vulnerable. And comment the moment, comment the man. Benjamin Frederick, man. He won the ball back in defense. And he just drove with that ball through the heart of the Gabonese, through the heart of the midfield, all the way to the attack. Osimhen was peeling away on the right side and pointed where he wanted the ball. Benjamin Frederick put it right there for him. And then Osimhen, from a tight angle, finished very well again. Low-driven shot. And boy, took off the mask, took off the shirt. The emotion. I'm sure he would have been killing himself inside when he missed that 1v1. So I completely understand why he took off his shirt and collected the yellow card. The emotion, man, the emotion to just know that, I'm still him now. Like, it's like, I'm still him. I'm still him. How can I be missing that? So he took that shirt off, let out all the emotion. Nigeria 3, Gabon 1. Done and dusted, game over. We knew at that point that we're going, we knew that we're going to Sunday's final to face either Cameroon or DR Congo. A beautiful goal by Victor Osimhen, and then we hit the halftime of extra time. Second half of extra time, Nwabali, under pressure, took his time. Nwabali is one of those goalkeepers that just likes to give you high BP for no reason. Maybe he makes a mistake every now and then. Today, he didn't make a mistake. Glory be to God. But under pressure, took his time. I think he nearly set Awaziem up. Awaziem had to clear the ball away. But we got rid of it. And then, free kick. Funny enough, Chidozie Awaziem comes off the bench and gets an assist. From that long free kick deep in the Nigeria half. Awaziem lofts it, plays it long. Superstar pass superstar. Superstar pass superstar. Victor Osimhen. Boom, on his chest. Brings it down.
3 Gabonese players around him and like 2 in other positions that are close to him. Took them on. And then finished. Look, it's like you miss the easy one. And then the difficult ones, you make them look so goddamn easy. Victor Osimhen is him. He's still him. He's still him. Look, the mentality, because he's 90, like the first 90 minutes, Osimhen was shambolic in the first 90 minutes. There's no 2 ways to describe it. You know, in one of my group chats, they were saying, take it easy now. Look, I can say he had a poor 90 minutes and then he had a good 30 minutes in extra time or 27 until he went off. I can say that, and I think it is fair to say that. In the first 90 minutes, Osimhen was shambolic. But in that extra time, with the 2 goals that he scored, he showed his quality. High level player, high level finisher. That's why he's the 3rd or max 4th best striker in the world. Harry Kane, Erling Haaland, of course, is number 1. Harry Kane, Kylian Mbappe, Victor Osimhen. You cannot name anybody that's better than him other than those 3. Nobody else is better than Osimhen. Strikers in the world. What a goal. What a finish. Individual quality. Individual moment of brilliance. What is it? 30 goals now for the Super Eagles? Well on his way to become. See, look, I always say this. Some people criticize me for being young, as if now me born myself. I'm a young guy. I'm in my 20s. I never clocked 30 yet. At least not for another little while. Osimhen is the best player that I've ever seen play for Nigeria. I say this all the time. Respect to the legends. He's the best player that I've ever seen play for Nigeria. He is about to become Nigeria's all-time record goal scorer. All that is left for Osimhen to just add that final feather in his cap is to win something with Nigeria. That's all that is left, is for him to win something with Nigeria. He just has to win something. Of course, he has to play at the World Cup as well. But he has to win something. He has to win something. He has to win something. And I really pray and hope that he does. Because the guy is so damn good. Victor Osimhen is so good. He's so good. He's the one shining light in Nigerian football today. So good. The only player that we can look at and say this guy is undoubtedly world class. This guy is undoubtedly world class. This guy will play for any national team in the world. Any national team in the world. Look, Victor Osimhen, again, like I said, 90 minutes were bad. Extra time was fantastic. What a performance in the extra time. Beautiful 2 goals. Eventually, he was replaced by T-Boy. Tuluwala Sharo Kudare came on, blah, blah, blah. Late chance for Gabon. Bali saved and then spilled it out. Look, I can't criticize Bali today, but that one again, in a tense moment, it could have been more scary. It was up 4-1. He spilled it out. Our him cleared. So nothing to really write about there. And then the game finally ends. I mean, they had 1 shot, but yes, the game ends 4-1 after extra time. The Super Eagles will be in the final of the CAF World Cup qualifying playoffs on Sunday. We will be there. We will face the winner of DR Congo versus Cameroon. I personally want to face Cameroon because I think it would be nice to beat Cameroon. Not because I necessarily think that they are the better side or they are the easier side. I think it would be nice to face and beat Cameroon. So I want to face Cameroon. But yes, that was the story of the game. A very, very exciting match. Tense moments, nervy moments at times, but the Super Eagles got the job done. Now, I know some people were or have been asking about the yellow cards. As far as I'm aware, I believe that the yellow cards will not affect the next game. I don't think it should affect the next game, but I would have to do more research to be 100% sure. Some people are saying indeed he misses the game because of accumulation of yellow cards. I don't know for a fact that is the case. So I have to confirm that one. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure. But if it is, of course, the information when it's verified will be put out on socials in the coming days or even maybe later today. I'm not 100% sure if the yellow cards will carry over, but we have to see how that one goes. We have to see how that one goes. Okay, I'm going to get into my match ratings. But before I do, guys, I want to encourage you to please like the video. If you are new here, welcome. Subscribe to the channel. We're here live every Super Eagles, Super Falcons match day. We're here live every single week on Mondays. We have fantastic content, interviews, debates, analysis, and so much more. This is the home of Nigerian football. My name is Ayoti. Thank you for joining me on this post-match review show. And of course, if you want me to highlight your comments, if you have a question to ask, if you want to talk about something, or if you just want to support the channel, please send a super chat. It's something that you can do to support the channel. It goes a very long way, longer than you might think. It helps us to keep creating content, to pay staff, to produce more content, and to keep doing the work that we're doing. Every amount for the super chat is greatly appreciated. We really would like your support, and it would be helpful for the channel. I have a comment here. The Soul Whisperer says, I didn't expect that from Ejuke. He has shocked us. Yes. Ejuke has come good at last. A lot of people were very big on Ejuke before he got his initial call-up. And then, people were not too impressed with his performances. But he has come good at last. And also, a quick one to anybody that's watching me on Instagram. Anyone that's watching on Instagram, please make sure you join us on YouTube. The stream will end on Instagram shortly. So please make sure you join us on YouTube to enjoy the full post-match show. Thank you very much. Okay, let us get into the match ratings. Stanley Nwabali in goal. Nwabali honestly did not have too much to do. When the ball was played in the air into the box, he claimed the balls with good confidence. I will say he commanded the aerial part of his box. I thought he did quite well with that. A few nervy moments, the shot on targets, the goal, not too much he could have done about it. The other one, he saved and spilled, but ultimately it was a save. So for today's game, I'm going to give Stanley Nwabali a 6 out of 10. Not a bad performance, but obviously nothing outstanding. I'll give Stanley Nwabali a 6 out of 10 for today's game. Zaidu Sanusi on the left side of defense. I thought he did well in moments. Didn't attack as much as Sanusi would usually attack. Probably that was instructions from the coach. Didn't attack as much as he would usually attack. But he had a few moments. He had a shot on target. He had 1 or 2 crosses into the box. Defended well on occasion. There was one time that I think Wanga kind of, made him look a little bit silly. But for the most part, I'm going to give him credit in today's game. I'll give Zaidu Sanusi a 6.5 out of 10. Calvin Ugelumba Bassi. We know what we get from Calvin Bassi. Lots of efforts, lots of energy, massive strength, fighting spirit, always plays hard, always plays well. Calvin Bassi today maybe did not stand out considering how good his defensive partner was, but I thought he put in a good performance in today's game and didn't make any error, or at least none that I can think of right now. So I am going to give Calvin Bassi a 7 out of 10. I'll give Calvin Bassi a 7 out of 10. I'll skip somebody and go to Bright Osai Samuel on the right side. Osai Samuel was good in moments, defended well in moments, attacked well in moments, but very nearly considered a penalty that I think should have been a penalty. And for that, I'm going to penalize him a little bit. He got away with it, but you have to be smarter. You have to be more careful, because another referee, another day, when you give the referee a decision to make, it can always work against you. I'll give Bright Samuel a 6 out of 10. I think he can be better, but I think he also dealt with the threat of Denny Buanga quite well, and Aubameyang as well, because Aubameyang was drifting to that side on occasion in the game. And then the final person in the defense, Benjamin Frederick. Look, there are times where in life You have to raise your hands up and accept defeat and accept your L and surrender. And for me, this is one of those times. Benjamin Frederick has shocked me massively. Has shocked me massively. I did not expect what I'm getting from Benjamin Frederick. I'll be honest with you. Look, I'm usually a very good general ability. I watched Frederick at the youth level. We all knew that from under 20 that Frederick was the talent. We all knew from under 20. But then I was a victim of watching him too much for his club. The way he got into the national team was undeserved. No doubt about that. Undeserved. And I criticized the selection when he got selected because I felt like he did not deserve it, which he did not at the time. But the boy is bloody good. The boy is bloody good. The boy is so damn good. His composure. His composure. He plays like he has been there for years. He plays like this is nothing. He's so calm. He plays like he's playing against me and you. He plays like you're not on his level. I don't know why he does not do this for his club. I don't know people say, why am I calling about his club? Because I watch him for his club. He does not play like this. But for Nigeria, he's so damn good. He's so damn good. Every time I'm like, okay, let me see how he would do against a better player. Let me see how he would do against a tougher team. Let me see how he would do against tougher attacks. And he always steps up. He rises to the occasion. He gets the job done. Because he's a young player, you would expect that, well, young players, they will make mistakes sometimes. You accept it. But he's not even making mistakes. If he was making mistakes, I will accept because he's young. He's a newbie. Yeah, the boy has played less than 20 matches in his career. Less than 20 matches as a professional in his career. So I'm expecting him to be shaky. But he's not shaky. And for that, I raise my hand up and I say, Benjamin, you've proven me wrong. I did not expect it to be this good. I thought you were potential. I thought you will come good in 2 years. I thought he will come good in 2 years. Honestly, I did. But he has come good now. He has come good now. The boy is so damn good. He plays so well for Nigeria. Look, another game on Sunday is going to be another test for him. But I have no reason to doubt that he will pass the test. No reason to doubt. Because he has been doing so well. I think there's no attack in African football that Benjamin cannot face. There's no attack in African football that Benjamin cannot face. There's no attack in African football that Benjamin cannot face. The boy is so good. He's so good. He's so good. Look, I'm like, check my track record. Check my track record. I'm almost never wrong about players. I'm almost never wrong. Almost never. And I know that a lot of people, they're always happy when I'm wrong. Because I'm almost never wrong. So people wait for you to be wrong. Check the track record. I get it right 99% of the time. But this one I got wrong. This one I got wrong. I got wrong. Benjamin is the present. He's the now. He's the future. If he keeps playing, if he keeps improving, Moses Simon's best contribution to the Super Eagles in the last 12 months is Benjamin Frederick. As far as I'm concerned, I'm giving Benjamin Frederick a 9 out of 10 for today's game. Of course, he got the assist for Victor Osimhen's goal as well, Osimhen's first goal. 9 out of 10. High ceiling for Benjamin Frederick. High potential for Benjamin Frederick. Benjamin Frederick has the tools to be Nigeria's best defender that we've seen in a very, very long time. I just hope that he joins a new team in the summer because his club career has to kind of match for him to get better. His club career has to be better. His club career has to be better. I hope that he gets a move in January or in the summer. But I think he can be better than Calvin Bassey. He can be better than Calvin Bassey. He can be better than Ola, no? He can. Those guys are 7, 8 years older than him. And he already looks like their mate. Right now, Benjamin, man. Benjamin. Look, sometimes you get in through the back door. But because you walked in through the back door does not mean that you are a thief. Because you entered the house through the back door does not mean that you're a burglar. It was his house the entire time. Now we dey rent him. It was his house. Now we dey rent him. We just no say now he get the property. So I called the cops on him. I thought he was breaking in. I called the cops on him. But now he get the house the entire time. Benjamin Frederick has been so good for Nigeria. Was so good again today. Fantastic. Let me move on. Let me not spend the whole stream talking about Benjamin Frederick. Let's go to the midfield. Alex Iwobi, deep line playmaker, the link between the defense and the attack, the cog in Nigeria's midfield engine. In the extra time period, it was a bit tired. You know, he won't be tired out during the game. You could see that he wasn't playing with the same level of energy again. But for the first 90 minutes, I thought Iwobi did very well. His work rate was high. I thought he was trying to play good passes. He created 1 or 2 good opportunities. I thought he was good. Again, a lot of people expect Iwobi to be this goal machine or this assist machine. But because he's playing from a deeper role for us, it's not as easy. Because, to be honest, Iwobi doesn't have the passing range of a Jorginho, of a Fabregas, of a Kevin De Bruyne. You know, these are guys that can and have excelled in deep line playmaking roles. But Iwobi gels the team. He gels the team. And without him, we might struggle to move the ball forward through the middle of the park. We might. I'll give Iwobi a 6.5, maybe a 7 in today's game. I'll give him a 7. I thought he was better than some people that I rated 6.5. So I'll give Iwobi a 7 for today's game. Wilfred Onyinye Ndidi. If you guys have been watching me, you know I'm consistent. I always tell you guys, put some respect on Ndidi's name. Put respect on Ndidi's name. People that criticize Ndidi, people that talk crap about Ndidi, and then they will now still tell me that they know football, that they can understand football, that they read football well. It blows my mind. He made a mistake against this one. It was not fast enough. Can you shut up there? Ndidi remains one of Nigeria's, if not Nigeria's, most important player in the team, in the general machine of the team. Look, I'm not saying he's as good as Osimhen. I'm not saying he has played as well as Frederick. But if Ndidi is not in that midfield, you will notice it. You will notice it if Ndidi is not in that midfield. Ndidi still does what he does better than anybody from Nigeria. Tackling, intercepting, winning those aerial balls, winning those second balls. Nobody comes close to Wilfred Ndidi in the Nigerian team. Nobody comes close. When people criticize him, he's not too fast. He's not fast. Yes, he's not as fast as you. Yeah, he's not fast. Yes. But those that are fast, they don't do what he does. So who do you speed up? Who do you speed up? Those that are fast, they don't do what he does. He's still the best tackler. He's still the best interceptor. He's still the best at reading the game in the middle of the park. And then he showed you he can get an assist. In fact, he should have had 2 assists. He should have had 2 assists. Well, if he got the first assist, he would never have had the chance to get the second assist. So I guess maybe. But boy, put respect on Wilfred Ndidi's name. I've been telling people this thing. Stop. Everybody is not Osimhen that is going to run helter-skelter. Everybody is not Moises Caicedo that is going to run over the field. He does his job and he does his job well. Yes, he cannot attack. We know that he cannot score goal. We know that one. We don't expect goals from Ndidi. But tackling, intercepting, aerial duels, winning second balls, cleaning it up, nobody does it like Wilfred Onyenye Ndidi. Ndidi for me in today's game, I give Ndidi an 8. 8 out of 10 for me, Ndidi. Fantastic performance. The only person that, in my opinion, played better than Ndidi was Benjamin Frederick. Now I know Osimhen scored 2 goals, so how can I say that? But again, I'll get into it. Ndidi, 8 out of 10 for me today's game. Now going over to the attackers. Ademola Lookman. Adebobo, I love you, bro. But whatever is going wrong needs to be fixed. Whatever is going wrong needs to be fixed. You know, it's not quite working out, man. It's not quite working out. This year, this season, 25-26 season has just not been Ademola Lookman's season. Unfortunately, it has just not been Ademola Lookman's season. From not having a preseason, playing for Nigeria, not being able to do the job yet, getting suspended for the last game against Benin, coming into this game again, making, misplacing some passes, just not being able to give us quality performances. I don't know what to say. It's still the reigning African player of the year, at least for another few days. Lookman gets a 6. Lookman gets a 6. If I want to be harsh, I'll say 5.5. But Lookman gets a 6. I mean, not his best game. I know he knows. We all know that Lookman is better than that. We all know that Lookman is better than that. We all know that Lookman is better than that. It is what it is. Samuel Chukwueze on the other side. Also, considering the performances that Chukwueze has been giving us recently, somebody said 3 for Lookman. Considering the performances that Chukwueze has been giving us recently, I think this one was a bit of a lower level. We know that Chukwueze has been a chief creator for us in recent games. This was a lower level from Chukwueze. Wasn't as involved as I would have liked him to be. Didn't really create, maybe I'm forgetting, but he didn't really create any opportunities. Didn't really play any decisive pass. His ideas were not quite coming across. I'll give Chukwueze a 6. I don't want to harp on it. I'll give him a 6 in today's game. Okay, I mean, I gave Lookman a 5.5. I'll give Chukwueze a 6. Now to the strikers. Akko Adams. Excellent work rate, Akko Adams. Excellent work rate. And then he eventually got his goal. There were times where he wasn't able to stick his touch on the ball. There were times where he could have made a better run or a better decision. But he worked hard for the team. He got his goal. I thought he played well while he was on. I'll give Akko a 7 out of 10 for today's game. Akko continues to take his chance in the Super Eagles. Look, right now, we're struggling to find the best solutions for the Super Eagles. And I like the fact that people like Akko are coming into the team and they are grasping their chances. Look at how Tolu has been relegated to third choice all of a sudden. Tolu was just on his own high horse at the Unity Cup. All of a sudden now, Akko is on his own high horse. I don't care who it is. As long as you are delivering for us, I'll support you. And Akko is delivering as of now. A solid performance. His press was very good. And his goal as well, very, very good. Very, very good. Victor James Osimhen, the final player in the starting 11. The first 90 minutes were reminding me of some of Osimhen's games at the AFCON. Good. Chance after chance. Somebody said they did not feed him. They fed him. Now he just no one chop. They fed him. He just no one chop. He had chances. Some of those headers, that Osimhen does better. Those chances, the shots from tight angle, the one way he score easy, hard pass, the one way he no score. In 90 minutes, I thought Osimhen was bad in the 90 minutes. And I say this with all knowledge of how good Osimhen is. In the 90 minutes, I thought he was bad. But in the extra time, he came to the party. He came late, but he showed up at the party. And he was eventually one of the shining stars of the party. Beautiful goal for the first one after the layoff, by Benjamin Frederick. And then that second goal that Osimhen scored. Ah, man, quality. You can do whatever you want, but the star is always going to shine. The star is always going to shine. When the lights are brightest, the big boys come to the party. And Osimhen eventually showed up to the party. If he had scored the first one, maybe he would not have got the eventual beautiful goal. Osimhen, I'll give Osimhen a 7 out of 10 in today's game. A 7 out of 10. I won't rate him too high because of the missed opportunities, honestly. And I know that, okay, like I was referring to earlier when somebody left a comment, I know that when in 2025, all anybody looks at is the stat sheet. Oh, he scored 2 goals, he had a good game. I think that we can be more analytical than that. I honestly think so. I think that we can be more objective than that. Some people don't like to hear it. Even some journalists don't like to hear it. He scored 2 goals. He redeemed himself. He had a bad 90 minutes. Eventually, he scored 2 goals. And I give him credit for the 2 goals that he scored. You've heard how I've bigged him up. I've praised him. 2 fine finishes. Top quality player. But I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Because on another day, things could have been different. If there was no extra time, things could have been different. 7 out of 10. But his mentality to be able to put his misses behind him, especially the terrible miss in the last minute of regulation time, to put it behind him, come for the extra time period and score 2 quality goals. I give him credit for that. 7 out of 10 for Victor Osimhen today. Let's get to the substitutes very quickly. Moses Simon came off the bench to replace Mola Lukman in the 60th minute. Simon did not really have anything amazing in this game. Had a few chances to cross the ball in, did not put in quality crosses, didn't really create for his teammates either. Simon gets, for me, a 6 out of 10 in today's game. Chidera Ejuke also subbed on in the 60th minute for Samuel Chukwueze. And there were moments where I was already like, Ejuke, I need more from you. But eventually, Ejuke was able to get a goal. He put in 1 or 2 other good crosses, and he was taking on his man, which I like. I like his directness. He was taking on his man. He just needs to maybe get a bit better with his chance creation. The final decision can be better. I'll give Ejuke a 6.5, maybe a 7 out of 10 in today's game. Frank Onyeka came on for Akko Adams in the 83rd minute. Frank Onyeka, I thought he did very well after coming off the bench. I thought Onyeka did well. There were times where he was winning balls back. There were good interceptions, breaking play up. I thought he was good. I'm giving Onyeka a 6.5. And then late subs, Awaziem came on, got an assist. Kudos to Awaziem, got an assist. And he had 1 or 2 clearances. There's the one that Umar Bali almost put him in trouble. He cleared. And there's the other one that Umar Bali spilled and he cleared the ball away. But didn't play long enough. I'll give Awaziem a 6.5. William Troost-Ekong, I didn't really see him when he came off the bench for Saïd Samo. I didn't really see him like that. Only the one that Umar Bali spilled, I saw Ekong in the court sliding a little bit too late, but he slid. I'll give Ekong a 6 out of 10. And then Tolu Arukudare came on for chicken change minutes. Didn't really do anything in the match. I'm not even sure he touched the ball more than once or twice. So I have no rating for Tolu Arukudare. And then Amas Obasoge did not play, but managed to get himself a yellow card from the bench. So I'll give him a 4 rating because you're not playing and you're collecting yellow card. So Amas Obasoge gets a 4 rating in the game today. And then for the head coach, Eric Sekou Shell. Eric Shell, man, slowly but surely, we can see what you are doing. Look, Eric Shell coached a winning performance in the 90 minutes. He coached a winning performance. The reason why we were not ahead after we did not win in 90 minutes, it was not Eric Shell. It was the players. Eric Shell, kudos to you, man. Your setup was good. Your tactics were good. The idea, the approach play was good. The team selection was good. Eric Shell, for me, gets a 7.5 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. I'm giving him room to improve and get better. But Eric Shell did well today. There is nothing I'm going to knock him for. He didn't make any tactical errors. He didn't make any mistakes. He got it right. The players did not initially deliver, but they got the job done in extra time. He could have panicked. He did not panic. Made the right substitution at the right times. Even the ones that people were doubting. When he brought Ejuke on, people were complaining. But Ejuke showed why he brought him on. When he subbed Onyeka on, it was when we needed Onyeka to come and do a job, and Onyeka did the job. He brought Awazem and Ekon gone, and Awazem got an assist. Look, Eric Shell, man, 7.5 out of 10. Somebody says 9. I give him a 7.5. I thought he was good today. Shout out to Eric Shell. No appearances for Okoye, Bruno, Alassane, Oyedika, and Olakunle. Hopefully, maybe they can get games in the final on Sunday. So there you have it, guys. Those are my thoughts on the players. Those are my match ratings. Feel free to let me know what you rate each player in the comments. Feel free to let me know what you rate each player in the comments. And of course, please support the channel, guys. Leave a super chat. Shout out to everyone that's watching. We currently have over 700 people across platforms that are watching right now. So guys, support, man. If you are support. Leave super chats. Support the channel, guys. It goes a long way. It goes a very, very, very long way. It goes a very, very, very long way. Please support the channel. Thank you, Olu from Nigeria Football Weekly. He says, thanks for the support, brother. And thanks, and talk the talk on Indidi. Shout out to Olu, man. I enjoyed the watch along today. Shout out to Olu. Thank you very much for the super chat. Charles says, don't mind them, Ayoti. The disrespect on Indidi is something else. Person will get more tackles than Rice. And also, Lookman, man, I pray for him. Charles is praying for Ademola Lookman and is bigging up Wilfred in Didi's performance. Thank you for the super chat comments, Charles. Another super chat comment from Sports Grinder. Sports Grinder says, too much tension today. Congrats to the boys. Too much tension today. Congrats to the boys. Normal. We know suppose they fear Gabon. But it's just because we know that this is football at the end of the day. And these are the Super Eagles where they can do anyhow. Anything can happen. So there was the game was tougher than it needed to be. But they got the job done at the end of the day. We love to see it, man. I'm happy. Keep the super chats coming, guys. Keep the super chats coming. And a quick update, yes, on the game that is currently going on between Cameroon and the DRC. It is goalless at halftime between Cameroon and DRC. If you are watching, maybe you can tell us who is playing better. If you have it on the side, hopefully you have me on the big screen and then you're watching them on the small screen. But yeah, it's still goalless at halftime between Cameroon and the DRC. Somebody's asking me a question, but you don't leave a super chat. Support, guys, leave a super chat. Ada J3, thank you very much. Says, I hope Cameroon versus DRC also goes to extra. Shout out to ET. Abi made themselves exert themselves. Let them exert themselves as well. Hopefully, a game goes extra time as well, so that they can be tired too, like us. Because our players, extra 30 minutes that they did not need to play, they've had to play because they did not get the job done. So hopefully that game goes extra time as well. I'll take any of the two teams. But I want Cameroon. Like, you get why? I want Cameroon. I want Cameroon. I really do want Cameroon. Okay. The link has been shared, guys. If you have any thoughts that you'd like to share with us, please click the link to call in. Make sure that your camera is on so that we can see you. Make sure that you are fully dressed. Some people, I can't forget the day somebody came here shirtless. I was like, what do you think we're doing here? So please make sure that you are fully dressed, decent, and we can see you. Okay. A few more super chat comments for me to take, guys. Keep the super chats coming. Thank you. I appreciate it. Indidi is my man of the match. Says, okay, beast of a midfielder. Shout out to Real K. Always watching, always tuned in. I appreciate it. He says Indidi is his man of the match. Adedamola says, this is for Nigeria's victory. Up Super Eagles. Thank you, Adedamola, for the super chats. Thank you very much. I'll send $1 to Frederick. Don't worry. Out of the 5. Thank you for the super chats. Okay. I have a bunch of callers waiting. If you have any questions, send it with the super chat. If you have any comments you want me to take, if you just want to support the channel, if you don't want to give us your money, I understand. But please, guys, like the video, like the video. Less than half of people that are watching have liked. Less than half have liked. Please like the video. It takes you less than a minute of your time, and it goes a very, very, very long way. It goes a very long way. Please like the video. And if you are new here, subscribe as well. Subscribe. If I don't see nipples when you're talking ball is crazy. I kid you not. Somebody came here shirtless before. I had to chase the person away quickly. Okay, let's go. I'll take the first caller for the evening. I'll take the first caller. Munachi, thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, Super Eagles, man! I was watching the game on my phone. The first half, we should have buried these guys. We should have buried these guys. We had chances. Then the Osimhen miss. Oh my God! I didn't know when my phone dropped on the ground. I never like the phone just went down. I could not believe it. I couldn't believe it. But shout out to the boys. They tried anyways. They tried. Shout out to them.
Who impressed
So
you the
that's
most?
my Benjamin Fredericks and NDG. Benjamin Fredericks and NDG. Now I see what you say about NDD, so and I believe you. I see what you say about NDD, and yeah, it is a power horse.
Thank you for saying you see what I say, because people only remember when I get something wrong. That's when they remember. Hi, Tishebi, you said this one cannot. But when I get it right, they just ignore me. But thank you for acknowledging that I've been right all this time about NDD. But yes, thank you very much, Munachi. Always nice to see you. Thank you for joining us again today.
All right, all right.
Okay. The next caller, every time Nigeria plays, is always here. I appreciate you, sir. Mr. Godswill, welcome.
Thank you, thank you. But firstly, give me my flowers.
What are we giving you flowers for?
What was the scores?
Forward.
4-1, 3-0.
It's not the same, but okay.
Now, you might say it's not the same, but well, I
The margin.
predicted that the Eagles would win by 3. So 1-1 cancelled out. Extra time 3-0.
Okay.
My shout outs to the Eagles team. They came to the game today, and I know they will come to the game on Sunday. My challenge is they should not allow this NFF politics to distract them. Nigerians should pray for the Super Eagles. They should not allow this NFF politics to distract them. That aside, my team for today, my only complaint is Nwabali.
Tell us.
He is too distracted. There was one ball that the guy almost lobbed it over his head. I can't remember the player who did that, but he almost lobbed it over Nwabali's head. There was another time he almost kind of look. I was even happy when he indicated that he wanted to leave the pitch. I was shouting, "Oh God, is this the time?" Because if Okoye had come on, Nwabali would never be in the goalpost for Nigeria again. Trust me when I say.
What if Okoye came on and he made a mistake?
He will not make a mistake. Because you know why? Yeah, every player makes a mistake, but Okoye needs just one chance. And just like Benjamin Frederick, he will cement his position into that team. There are players who you think will not do well. I'm still looking for a replacement for Osai Samuel. because see, there are some players when you see them play first, you will know whether they have potentials or not. Even if they didn't do too well, but you know they have potentials. Osai Samuel is struggling. He did well, but he's struggling. He's struggling. I'm hoping that by the time I know comes back, the defense would have been balanced with Basi, Frederick, I know Semi Ajayi. I think that would have been, except we want to use a 5.
You said Semi Ajayi, you mean Sanusi?
Yes, Sanusi, Semi Ajayi, 5.
Oh, okay.
In the
5.
World Cup, we cannot afford to use 4. We cannot afford to.
World Cup still
We will
fast.
use 1 man up front, but we cannot afford to use 4. We will be facing opposition that will be fast, that will be sharp. I noticed that most times when you are facing a Samuel, notice he backtracks. He doesn't face the attacker head on. He does not come straight and you see him moving back. He doesn't do. Same thing with what's his name? Sanusi. But notice Frederick. He comes, he puts his legs straight and stops the ball. The same thing with Onyeka. So if we have to play 4, that means our midfield will also be 4. Because we need to cover the defense and cover them well. Sunday's match, we cannot afford any sleep. It might just be 2-0. It might just be 2-0. Because once our defense is tight enough and our midfielders, what's his name? It will be struggled a bit for me. Same thing he did with his match. In the match in his club side, same thing. That was the position he played. He struggled a bit. His passes first half was not too accurate. And his marking skills are still, he does not mark. That is my problem with Iwobi. He doesn't mark. He is not a good man marker. If we can do all of that, I can tell you, Mexico, here we come. So I'm waiting for the team list for Sunday, because I know it will be different. I'm not expecting to see Wabali in goal. Yeah, I'm not expecting. Look at that ball he was playing with right at the goal line.
But even Manuel Neuer used to play with ball at his goal line now.
No. Wabali's own, he does not do. Sorry, he loses focus too easily. I don't want to use the word that other people were using, that it takes something. But he loses focus too easily. He is somebody
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, we need to either get him competition so that he can become serious, or we replace him immediately. Look, give Okoye a chance. Maduka plays in a better league, plays for a better club. I mean, you cannot take an experienced person. Wabali, yeah, plays in South Africa. Okoye plays in a bigger league, for goodness sake. Let's not do. If Wabali goes to the same club as Okoye, he will be on the reserve bench.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Godzilla. Always nice to hear from you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
We'll see you again after the game on Sunday, and
yeah, please. By the grace of God, I'll be here. I'll be here. 2-0.
2-0. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let me quickly take a super last comments that I have over here. Thank you for your support. Zeno says, I think Ndidi should move up front to AM. He's very good at attacking and making good passes, while the tank should be DM of the team. I don't think that's going to happen, and I don't necessarily think that I agree that indeed it should be an attacking midfielder for Nigeria. You know, um, while he might be able to play certain good passes, balls, if he's the attacking midfielder, he would need to also be able to take some chances should they fall for him. And I don't think that indeed he has the ability that we can say we even trust him in and around the penalty area. So, I would rather indeed play like this, and if he has the space in front of him, he can drive with the ball. But I wouldn't necessarily put Ndidi as the AM and then play on Yeka behind him. Again, all this would depend on the opposition we're playing against. But I think even if you are playing Ndidi and Onyeka together, Onyeka is probably going to be the box to box, and Ndidi will most likely be the one that is holding. Okay. If you are trying to join and you can't join, it just means that the room is full. We have quite a number of people waiting, so we'll try to run through people as much as possible. But if you're trying to join, just keep trying. The room might be full, but once somebody leaves, a spot, of course, will open up and you would be able to join us. Victory. Hello. Okay. Victory. I think you're having connection issues. Maybe leave and come back and I'll take you. Alex T is up next. Hello, Alex.
Hey, how you? Hey, how you? What's going on, my brother?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Once again, man, thank you, man, for always bringing us together, man, to talk about Nigerian football, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you so
Thank you.
much. Hey, I'm not gonna call name, but one of Nigerian former player, they're always running his mouth everywhere. They don't like Eric Shell. I think it will swallow his words, man. I think Eric Shell adds something, man. It might not be the most experienced, but I think he's trying to prove something. Nigeria has never coached a team so big like Nigeria. So having the type of players, I think that guy wants to prove himself very well. So I think that former Nigerian player, he will swallow his word someday. But Eric Shell did a good job today, man. Like you said, everybody talk about Ndidi. This is why I separate Ndidi and Onyedika. Ndidi is a commanding midfielder. Onyedika does not have that. It might be good, but it doesn't have that same type of commanding thing that Ndidi brings to the team. They said he's older. I don't see him today being older. He was running everywhere. The only thing I would give Frederick, the man of the match for me, is because Frederick took the ball from all the way from the defense and made a pass. But for me, Ndidi was a good player. He did well. Him and Frederick, I would put them like he gave them 8 and 9. I always criticize Simon Moses, man. He had a good game last time. Man, I was like, why is it? Sometimes it's like he run past the ball. Like he would just hold the ball and run past the ball. Like this guy is like Duku in Manchester City. They play the same way. His final ball is his problem. He would dribble, and the final ball. I was like, this guy he plays like someone Duku the same way. But every time, and Simon Moses will always not put in that ball. Every time. Ademola Lookman, for the beginning though, we played very well in the beginning of the game. We played very well, but I think they were too crowded in the beginning. If you look at it, they were running over each other. Sometimes we take the ball in the goal. It's like Adam is there, Chukwueze is there, Osime is there, and then there is Ademola Lookman. It's like everybody's just too much in the beginning. We could have scored like 2 or 3 goals. And I will keep saying, like, man, I think he needs to take somebody out and bring Onyeka. I would actually say he should take Adam out. Of course, I'm glad he didn't take him out because he scored the first goal. I was like, take Adam out, bring Onyeka. Because our midfield, man, when we came back second half, I think Gabon kind of came out. They realized that, you know what? Because they gave us too much respect in the first half. They weren't coming out that much. And second half, they probably thought, you know what? I think we can push forward a little bit. So they start coming out. I was like, man, take Adam out, bring somebody else on the midfield. Maybe Onyeka, maybe he will come and run around and destroy something, things like that. But Arishek did a good job. Victor Osimhen, like you said, I didn't see him either. I didn't see him in the game.
No, we
I
saw
didn't
him.
see him in the game.
Just that he was missing chances.
Yeah, he was missing chances, but there was something wrong because I watched their last game too. It was the same way, and it's like there was something wrong. Like I don't know, he's not himself. Like this is not Osimhen, man. You can't even shoot straight. But again, like you said, you can't take your best player out just because it's not working for them. You still have to keep him. And Richard kept him. Hey, he paid off, and Wambali again. There is something it brings, though. There's something Wambali brings. This rugged, I don't agree style of thing. But dude, the dude is still overconfident, man. Look at that two balls that he. I mean, the other one, Aubameyang could have he would have just touched the ball 1 second. It would have been a goal. But there is something he brings. There is something Wabali brings. He has this rugged thing, but that overconfident, like, I don't know. I don't think it's even a good time to bring Okoye in. Nah, I don't think so. Because like you said, you bring Okoye in, you make a mistake. Oh, Nigerians go shout, say, why did you bring Okoye? This is not the time to bring Okoye. Maybe after this qualifier, maybe the Nations Cup, maybe Okoye can start coming in. But this right now, I don't think Okoye. We need Okoye right now. Maybe something happened to Wabali, yeah. But I think everybody did good. Excel, I will give him an 8. He did well. Substitution was good. Like I was listening to one of us and somebody say, our video guy, analyst, whatever, he needs to run, go to watch Cameroon game. I'm watching the game right now. I don't think any of them are playing good, but I will actually take Congo. I would rather play Congo. I won't play Cameroon. I don't think I'll play Cameroon. I'm looking and watching at the game. I think they're playing just a little bit better. And I think they are missing this guy, Agisa, whatever his name is. I play for Napoli.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they are missing him in the midfield because Abubakar is in. I don't know if Abubakar just came in. Cameroon just have a little bit edge, but I think I will take Congo. I will just take Congo because Nigeria and Cameroon, I mean, for the past years, we've been, playing better than them. I don't want to use the word we marry them, but, we've been playing better than them. But all in all, I think the game was good. We just have to, I think our midfield, it will be, everybody did good. I mean, when you win, you can't really say nothing. Anyway, when you win, you can't say nothing. Osimhen didn't play too good. He wasn't taking the chances. He scored 2 goals, 2 great goals. You can't say nothing. That's as a striker. That's what you expect. You might be horrible on the day, but you score 2, 3 goals. Even if you score 1 goal, you'll be man of the match as a striker. That's how it is. But hey, man, my brother, thank you, man. Thank you. I just want to, always come back here and support.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Alex. All right. And I want to just quickly say something that I didn't mention when I was giving my initial thoughts. So the pitch, the playing surface, you could see that put the Super Eagles on a quality playing surface and they can actually move the ball. They can actually drive with the ball. They can actually play passes. If they are playing in Uyo, 10 meters pass, the ball would have bounced like 3 or 4. The ball gets to that person. Then that person will miscontrol it. When Super Eagles cannot pass the ball, Super Eagles cannot do that. But if you see, they're actually trying, like the build-up was much better on this lush green playing surface. The Moroccans, yes, they need to stop this their lazy nonsense that they're always doing. But I was happy that we're able to see our team on a good. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that same pitch is where the final is going to be played on Sunday. So everything would be in our favor in terms of the playing surface. I mean, obviously, the opponents are playing on the same pitch, but we know the quality that we have. Just something to note. We need to do better with our playing surfaces in Nigeria. Like, they should not be playing on anyhow grass that the ball cannot move around freely. But yes, Sports Grinder, welcome. Okay, Sports Grinder says I should give him some more time. So, F Young, thank you for joining us.
Yo, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Yo, I'm so happy. I'm so happy we've done this finally. This is almost the same thing with the Chelsea Benfica. Did this thing. They score at the end, they equalized, but we finished them in the extra time. What do you see? I'm hearing people in the chat say Iwobi performed well. I don't think he played well this match. What do you think?
You don't think he did well?
I don't think Iwobi was at his best, especially in the first half.
Hmm.
For me, Iwobi is a liability as a center midfielder. I think somebody else pointed out he doesn't mark. He's not really good defensively. If he wants to be played, if rather if you want to play him, you should play him in the 10. I don't know. They won't play him at left wing because we already have left wingers, but they should play him up front. But other than that, I think it was a bit better second half. Yo, I was getting ready to slander Osimhen. I'm not gonna lie for that performance. That the first two chances, the one where he dragged it wide and the one where he loved it, I could be like, okay, he made a mistake. But that third one, um, I was like, no way we lose because of this. And I missed that first goal. I missed the fourth goal. And they're telling me it was a banger. How did he score it?
The fourth goal,
Mm-hmm.
long ball, Osimhen on his chest, brings it down. About two Gabonese player, take them on, dribbled, and then low driven shot into the bottom corner. Beautiful goal, beautiful goal.
Yeah. That sounds like the usual Osimhen, not the. I don't know. Why do you think he missed those other chances in the 90 minutes? What do you
Look,
think was going on?
I mean, I wish I could enter his head and know exactly what was happening. But sometimes when you have a lot of time to think about what you want to do, you can overthink and then, because for the one-on-one, it looked like maybe he thought, okay, the obvious thing would be to maybe just take it across the goalkeeper. So maybe he wanted to go near post and catch the goalkeeper off guard. But then he just
Mhm.
shanked it and then it went well wide. So I cannot tell you exactly why he missed, but thank God that it didn't bite us in the behind.
Yes, I was watching that Cameroon game. I don't really think anything has happened yet. What's up with the game? I'm not
I
really
mean,
feeling it.
it's still goalless in Cameroon's game. I'm not watching. Of course, I'm here, but so far no goals there to report.
I'm not. I don't think they're really doing anything. Do you think these guys will be trouble for us on Sunday?
Honestly, there is no team that we cannot beat if we play at our best in Africa. There is no team that we cannot beat. I said I want to play Cameroon. Some people think that DR Congo will be an easier draw for us, but I think that we have enough quality to beat either of those sides. We just why the Super Eagles, so we don't make it easy. We don't make it easy on ourselves. We saw how the game today was. Gabon, see this 4-1 score line is what we should be beating Gabon, but it should not have to go to extra time. We just always make it
Mhm.
difficult for ourselves. So I'm not scared of anybody. But obviously I cannot just tell you that it's will whitewash them. Who knows how it will go? Who knows?
What's your lineup for any of the other teams?
Now you the question all these questions that you're asking me like this. Yeah, so my lineup for what? Okay, this is the final word for what?
Mhm. For the any Cameroon or DR Congo?
I mean, see, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'll probably go with the same setup, and I would switch out Lukman for Simon.
Yeah, me too. That's what I do. Honestly, look, I'm looking forward to Sunday. I'm looking forward to Sunday. Thanks for having me. Let me know.
Thank you very much, Effiong. Thank you.
Mm.
Okay. Effiong can't draw me like saying an interview. But thank you very much. Okay. I'll take victory. Victory.
IoT.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Good evening. I've been waiting for this interview. Like, okay, let me first say that me and you don't do 1-1 now. 1-1 in the sense that now you not believe in Benjamin Frederick, and now I will not believe in your NDD. Like, seriously. I was a big fan of NDD when he was here and his later, it was in his young days. But since his decline, I think, okay, during those days, he was not actually performing at the top level. I lost some faith in him. But today, he has actually, he has proven his worth. Yes. But you see that Benjamin, I will never forget that live when I joined that day. The one I joined actually, that you were saying that experience, you will pick experience over talent. I will not forget after that Unity Cup when I was telling that
Say
Benjamin,
victory.
that day it was.
Okay. Say
Can you hear
victory.
me? IoT.
You want to say things that God does not want to allow you to say. That's why your internet is breaking. Okay. Let
But
me
you can
see.
hear me now. They're gonna go out and say.
Okay, go on.
All right, so I told you that you're like, no, Benjamin will not be able to replace Ekong. I was like, Kubasi is a young player and he plays for Barcelona and plays for Spain. Why don't we want to encourage young talent? But today now, I was just happy, when you
So,
actually
so
confessed to.
here's the thing. Here's where I always tell people to understand me. I don't like
All
this.
right.
Oh, let's encourage. Super Eagles is not a team that you used to encourage people. Well, some people say let's encourage. No, I'm not encouraging anybody. Look, at the time, I said I would rather Ekong over Frederick. Yes, I did because Frederick had two matches for me to judge him based off. And I just felt like, well, how am I going to judge him and say two matches? And I mean, I admit that now he has cemented his spot in the team. But
Yeah,
again,
yeah, yeah.
at the time, ah, I watched this
Mm.
boy play all of two professional matches, and then everybody's telling me that, oh, Sundown,
I
you know, that was the reason.
uh,
It's not about his age. Forget
well,
his age.
well,
Whether
well,
you're 25 or you're 16, there was nothing for me to go off of. But now he has shown that, now
oh God.
built
Yeah,
his
yeah.
portfolio a little bit.
What's up? You see, there's one thing I want to see. I will not really actually spend much time on this call. I was watching the match live on YouTube on Sporty, thanks to Sporty TV, which is to allow us to watch all these matches on their
Why are
YouTube
you
channel.
giving another person shout out on my channel? Did they pay? Well, please,
Yeah. Sorry,
continue
I'm
your
sorry about that.
talk.
I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. Please, sorry about that. So the thing is this: so people when Osimhen missed those chances, people were already calling for his head. I was like, why are Nigerians so impatient? Like somebody was already commenting that Osimhen is a fool. Osimhen should leave it. I was like, so far, so what is this? This is the same guy that took us to this particular stage. I just thank God, like I just thank God Almighty that he lost two chances and he gave us two goals. Like, because do you know, at first when we equalized that, like when they have when Gabon had the equalizer, I saw that Osimhen morale like dropped because it was like again, it was like again 1-0 down, 89 minutes. We just had how many minutes to hold that 1-0, and at the point like he just like he was holding his right knee. I don't know. I was even saying, Chel, change this man. Thank God that Chel did not change Osimhen. If not, so this one would have been, you get. So people were, I was like, Nigeria, why Nigeria? One guy posted was like, Osimhen lost a goal that he missed, made him lose $1,000. I was like, are you for real? So it's $1,000 that is your problem now. We're talking about you are causing. I was like, Jesus, these players are trying for us. Like, why? We are just so selfish. Indeed, I said this thing before that many Nigerians do not watch football because of the love of it. They watch football because they bet. And most times you just misbehave and feel that because they are losing money, each player should just give their all. And I was like, no, this is just patriotism. This is the same statement that could not even wait to leave key just to join these guys in Morocco. No, it is very it is tire me for Nigerian fans. These same people they don't do this to their club favorite though, but see finish we don't do Super Eagles, you don't tire. Get and no, I will give please let them
Well,
see
I'm
if
not
there's
doing
if there's
it, so I can.
if there's a way they can beg this Stanley Wabali, let them beg this guy. Let them beg this guy that this guy should please maintain composure
Mm.
because this Stanley Wabali, he jokes. He's a very fine keeper. Like he knows how to coordinate his background, but he jokes a lot. And I'm not trying to shade him. Actually, he's good, but he has not done something special and spectacular apart from the Afcon moments. He has not done anything special and spectacular. In short, the moments we need him to turn up is one of the reasons why we are here today.
Mm.
Him and I'm not trying to even blame the captain more, but I'm blaming him because his primary assignment as a goalkeeper is to save the goal.
Mm.
You get. I was even happy when Maduka was even told me, I was like, God, I beg, answer, let Maduka just enter. I'm not right. If Maduka had entered, that would have been the end of Masbali's first game. I was also surprised that the man stood up again. I was like, but I know Maduka will get his chance. I know. And I
All
know that
right.
when he gets his chance, we'll get him more. So thank
All
you.
right.
We can't wait for
Thank you
Sunday
very
game.
much, Victory. All right. I knew Victory was going to come here and come and tell me he was right, but thank you. Thank you. All right.
Thank
Okay. Sports Grinder.
Oh, hi. Oh, sorry. Let me reduce this game. My bad. Yeah. So I'm watching the Cameroon game, and that's also tense. But anyway, today I hope everybody can calm down and like not everything is always against us. Like I remember when everybody was crying for the SA ref. Oh, please change this guy, change this guy. Any other ref would likely have given that PK chance, that VR
Yeah,
as the
so you come
penalty.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Any other ref. But I think he must have looked at it. Maybe it's not clear. And again, I don't want these guys to say, "Oh, we want Nigeria out."
You
So
know,
I think
see,
it had to be
that's what
very,
I was
very
thinking.
clear
In my
before he
head,
gives it.
I'm
Yeah.
like, maybe the ref was saying, if I give this penalty now, they will say
They
that
will say it's because
I've
of
seen
South
you.
Africa. Yeah, 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 yeah. So I think it had to be like it had to be 100% sure before. I think once Dab started coming in, the guy was like, "A big, oh, man, thank God for that guy, a big, a big." Then OC's miss like. I love OC a lot, but sometimes he gotta calm down. Like, I don't know if it was fatigue. There was that chance. I think I heard you talk about it. Like he just when we're winning 1-0, just still wrong with the ball. He just tried it from our half. Like your chances of scoring, even if the goalkeeper was way way off, your chances of scoring it from there is very very slim because you're kind of like you just crossed into their half. Like I thought he would go in a little bit further. He has room to improve with his feet. You can tell when he's outside of the box a lot he struggles a little bit with what to do with the ball. But when he's closer to the box, very close to the box, or in the box, it's easier. Like when he goes to the wing to do anything with the ball, he has the first thing that just comes to his mind is just run, run, run. Whether anybody is there or not, just cross it. So he's good, but once he starts fine tuning those kind of things, how to use the ball better, when to calm, how not to calm, how to progress with the ball, he will become way better. Then man, Wabali is very scary. Like before, when they passed the ball to Wabali, I used to be calm, but these days I'm no longer calm. Like, why did he wait for Aubameyang to almost close him up? Like any little further inch movement, he clears it into Aubameyang's leg, and they were never going to give it away to. Hey, hey, hey! Sorry, 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 sorry. Like, I thought Cameroon was about to score. But anyway, Benjamin is here to stay. I know you still don't rate that boy based on his
What do you mean?
club.
I said, after all
No,
the
no, no,
praise,
no,
why I don't praise him
no,
today?
no, 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 no. No, I know you will still revert back to default mode once you watch some of his games in then that week we should actually use to rate him because those are the games that we see on a weekly basis. These Nigerian games are one-offs in a month. If there was no AFCON, you're likely not going to see Benjamin till March. But because there's AFCON, we have a December, January window to see him. So you actually rate people based off of their club, performances. But the guy is trying. My fears were really put to rest today. I spent time watching Buanga's game and I was like, man, because I thought Benjamin was going to play right back and Awazian was going to play center back. I didn't know this coach was going to be bold enough to put Osai and put Benjamin on like in a play in the route where Aubameyang will be coming. Well, I didn't expect he was going to take that risk, and Benjamin lived up to the billing. So that boy is here to stay. Osai, everyone is kind of bashing Osai. I don't think he did badly today. He had a 6/10 game. He joined the attack and he kept Bwanga very, very, very quiet. He even made Bwanga go to Zaidu's side, at some point. He tried. Like we can't fault that guy for a deflection. Deflections happen. Like you can actually be like, okay, what if he blocked it and he went back into play? We'll clap for him and say, this guy blocker. It just happened. He hit his knee and entered. It's what it is. And indeed, I always thought his engine is going, but I think there's a matured game to it.
And
Like
he played essentially the whole game with a yellow card.
with a yellow card, he got that yellow card. Was not
70
10 minutes.
minutes or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, very early. I like Chell does some things that is scary. Like if Chell was a gambler and I give him my money to bet, I'll be very scared because that guy takes some kind of scary decisions. Like I would have thought maybe he would have yanked off in the very beginning of second half or maybe by the 55th minute because role is actually a high tackling role. How he managed to play 120 minutes, You know, I don't know whether he went off or something at some point.
No, I think he played the full 120.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. How he managed to play that 120 minutes on that yellow card and wasn't even sucked in for another yellow card or something, you know, like he played with a lot of experience. And I think we're going to miss him in the finals now. Yeah.
I'm not sure. Are you like does
Did,
the
did the yellow cards carry over from the final
that's one
stage?
thing that I have to confirm. I've not had the chance to look it up, but I'm not sure. Some people are saying it does, some are saying it doesn't. So I have to
Because this is like another round, and why Ajayi was actually suspended was because he got the 2 yellow cards in the
before this round.
same
Yes.
in the same round. Yeah, so it had to carry over. So yeah, I think it should be cleared, but I would say NFF should ask and get clarity. Can Ndidi play? Yes or no, or ask FIFA. Can Ndidi play? If they say no, then that's fine. But I would love to see him, you know, because the game I'm watching now, this Cameroon Congo boy is very, very combative in the middle. And then when that equalizer entered, I thought it was deja vu all over again. I was so scared. I'm like, man, is this Zimbabwe Lesotho all over again? But the moment the first 5 minutes of extra time kicked off, I knew Gabon were done. The way Ejuke was beating them, I knew Gabon were spent, you know, economically. So, you know, and again, sometimes you need some things to come together for you. There's a guy we're always talking about, Kanga. He just injured yesterday and missed today's game. So sometimes some kind of things just need to come into your, you know, like just fall in place and work for you. You know, if Kanga was there, who knows what would have happened? Maybe the true passes to Aubameyang would have just been clicking like anything. But you know, they played in dunk there and it didn't work out as expected. But overall, I'm happy. I'm no longer tense till we wait till Sunday and you know watch again. Yeah.
All
So
right,
thanks
thank
for the
you very
time,
much.
man. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it, bro.
Thank
All
you.
right.
I appreciate it. Okay. I'm just quickly trying to see if I can find any information on the yellow cards. Honestly, what I'm seeing is not too clear to me. Based on what I'm looking at, chapter 17, article 40, um, it says that for the qualifying phase, the player receives 2 cautions automatically suspended from the following match. It doesn't necessarily talk about a mini tournament because obviously not every confederation has this mini tournament that we're doing. So based on that, I might imagine that it will carry over. But again, I don't have complete clarity on the situation, so I don't want to say something and it ends up being another. Okay, just very quickly, I want to say, guys, please keep the super chats coming. You know, it's been a while since we got a super chat comment here, so please support the channel however you can, any amount, $1, $10, $100, $1,000, 10,000 even. You know, break our super chat record. It's all greatly appreciated. It goes a long way. It helps us to keep growing, to keep running operations. You know, creating content and just keep moving forward as a channel. And if you haven't hit the like button yet, please do us that favor. That one costs you absolutely nothing. It's just a little way that you can help to push the channel forward by liking. And if you are new here, make sure that you are subscribing to the channel as well. Of course, we're live every Super Eagles and Super Falcons match day. We have a weekly. We're live every Monday, and then there's content in between: interviews, match previews, analysis, debates, and so much more. I'll take Damola next. After Damola will be Sheung, then Alexander, then Sid, then Tim, then Jeff. I apologize for the long waits, guys. There's just been a lot of people on the queue. So yes, Damola, welcome.
Hi, Ayoti. It's good to be on your show again today.
Yes, thank you for joining.
So, yeah, I'm so happy about today's match that we won. But now, let me take this game retrospectively back, assuming the game did not end 4-1. I'm going to bring a balance to everything that is going on, you know, like the victory. First of all, Osimhen. I'm very disappointed with Victor Osimhen. I'll be honest with you. Now, for a player of his caliber, right, since we were leading 1-0 and the game was about to end, he should have held on to the ball. You need to have the ability to hold on to the ball when you are winning, you know. You remember that first kick when it was like an offside, and then there was a second ball as well where he just hit the ball.
Yeah.
He should have held the ball and wait for support, wait for someone to come in and help him. Hold on to the ball. And those are the kind of things that happened that eventually then led to, you know, Gabon equalizing. You need to be able to waste time with the ball, hold on to the ball. Now, Osimhen needs to be calm with the ball. You know, I know we are Nigerians, we are biased. We love Osimhen. We say he's world class, he's the best, in the world. But let us bring some balance here. One thing about Osimhen is that Osimhen is not good one-on-one with the goalkeeper. I have watched Osimhen, in Napoli. I've watched him in Turkey. He's not good one-on-one. If you go back to the game that his club played against Liverpool, right? People say yes, he was the man of the match, they 1-0. But if you really watch the match well, you will notice that he missed some one-on-one chances. And he does that a lot, So again, he needs to work on his finishing. He needs to be more clinical, But then again, as I said, he needs to know how to hold on to the ball and be calm, under pressure. I know maybe he was trying to prove, let me score the winning goal that will take us to the next round, things like that. But he needs to remember that there are players around him, Now that takes me to so that is about Osimhen. Like he needs to be, balanced in the way he plays his game, And the thing as well is that I know that so many times we compare him with Haaland, we compare him with Harry Kane and things like that. But those players, when they are faced with one-on-one, even if we compare him to prime Drogba or prime Eto'o, they will bury any chance. But Osimhen is not like that, But the good thing now about Osimhen is that he's an all-round player, Like he's a player that when he's there, he will put pressure on the opposition, he would run, he has pace. He's an example of a complete player. If you watch Osimhen's professional career, he started his career as a defender. That's why if you notice, anytime there's a corner kick from the opposition, he will go in there, right, to help with the corner kick, right, to head the ball away. So he's good defending, he's good pressing, going forward, he's good, in tackling. So that makes him an overall good player. So the Osimhen, we know the reason why he's a world-class player is not really because of his ability to finish or be clinical, but it's because of his all-round play. He's the player that you want to just leave here, to put pressure on the opposition. Now, that takes me to the second thing, which is the coach. I am also disappointed with the coach because now let's take back the game to 1-0 retrospectively, assuming the game was 1-0. We scored at the 78th minute, right? I believe the coach at that moment should have maybe removed one of the attackers and brought in maybe another midfielder, possibly maybe, I don't know I'm not sure when he brought in Onyeka, for example, bring in Onyeka or bring in a defender, maybe someone like Ekong, And at that moment, our coach does not have the ability to, I'm social media, so I want to be careful with the word. He does not know how to KILL again. He does not know how to pi again. He needs to have that ability. When a game is 1-0, how do you finish a game with 1-0? It does not have that ability. Go and check our World Cup qualifier series, like just that ability, just finish a game 1-0. There is no point of us taking this game to an extra time. Maybe they forgot that we have a game on Sunday. Maybe we all got carried away that, this is the final. There's a game 2 days time. We don't even have time to rest. So when the game is 1-0, he should have done that. Ideally, I think he should have removed Osimhen at that moment. Because since Osimhen is the player that plays with so much intensity, maybe keep Osimhen for the final. And then when the extra time came, I believe that after 90 minutes, he should have removed Iwobi immediately. Remove Iwobi and maybe bring in someone like maybe Onyedika, because Onyedika too can move with the ball, he's a ball-moving midfielder, So because if you look at the game well today, Iwobi, okay, I'll get to Iwobi shortly. So he should have done that. So the players that were on the pitch in the extra time, he should have removed them earlier to rest them, So it does not have that. So his management technique, I think Eric Chell needs to work on that personally, Now, taking back the game to assuming it was 1-0. Because even when Osimhen scored, when it was 2-1, at that moment, he should have removed Osimhen. So my fear now is that on Sunday, is Osimhen going to be able to, be at his best?
Let me just say something, because I disagree with some of the things that you're saying. First of all, when it was
No, it's fine.
No, I know. We're having a conversation. So
Yes.
first of all, when it was 1-0, you are saying that the coach did not do anything to try to end the game there, but he did. He took Akko Adams off and he brought on Frank Onyeka, and we still considered the goal. So he did make a change, but at the same time, you cannot take off your 2 strikers, because just like it happened, what if they equalize? Now you don't have any attacking quality on your field. He took off Akko, he brought on Onyeka, but we still considered. So I don't agree that he didn't try to end the game.
Yes, so I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying that you should have brought out the 2 strikers, But personally, I would have probably left Akko Adams and maybe removed Osimhen.
But you
Because
can't
you
take
could
off your
see,
biggest, you can't take off your best player like that. Because if he takes Osimhen off and he leaves Akko on and they equalize,
so,
Akko is not scoring those 2 goals that Osimhen scored.
I would say, let's thank God that we won the game. Let me put it that way. I saw what Osimhen was doing. Osimhen was doing too much. Like, Osimhen was not, I don't know what was going on with him. Those 2 goals, those two, remember those goals that he missed, for
The 2
example?
chances.
Maybe Akko would have played it. Maybe Akko could have scored it.
Maybe.
And then there's no need to go extra time. Remember, I'm going back
But
retrospectively.
but Damola, see, I understand what you're trying to do, but hindsight is 2020. Because when you look back at everything, you can see. I can also tell you, well, if you are taking off Osimhen and left Akko on, maybe Akko would not have made that run that Osimhen made that and you'd be found him for this thing. Because Akko might have come deeper to help in defense a little bit more. Maybe he might not have had the pace to knock the ball on like that and to get on any of it. If we look at it like that, that would be part of him taking Osimhen off or him not trying to end the game. I disagree. Some other things that you might say, okay, but for that particular one, I think
I'm just talking based on I felt in the last minute of the game.
Okay,
How I
let's
was
wrap
feeling
up
that
quickly. Just
Yes.
okay, that's fine.
So now the other thing as well, I was going to say about as well is about I believe that some people when they criticize players, you can see that they don't watch games. So they criticize players based on their performance of 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Indeed, in our last few games has been our best player. So when I see even journalists complaining that Indeed it's not good, don't play him, you can see these guys don't watch international games. I take time to watch Nigeria's games, So when I see people criticizing Indeed is the marshal of our midfield. He is the general of our midfield. Without him, we have no midfield. So when I see people attacking Ndidi, I'm like, have they really seen this guy play in the last few games? Especially since he moved to Turkey. Ndidi's game has improved since he moved to Turkey. Maybe because now he doesn't have too much pressure on him in Turkey. He plays less games compared to when he was in England, for example, right? So that is that. Then even with Iwobi, when I see people attacking Iwobi, I'm like, people don't watch Iwobi. Iwobi covers the most distance for us in every game. Do you know that Iwobi is the only player that has never missed an international window since 2015? Iwobi has played every international game for Nigeria since 2015. So when I see people attacking him, even today, if you notice, today our midfield was light. It was just Indy and Iwobi. But Iwobi was able to cover that extra distance for us, which is why it got tired, So when I see people criticizing players, you can see that they don't really watch games. They just, criticize a player based on maybe a performance of 2 years ago. Now, finally, before this, I know time is going. I'm kind of surprised, IoT, that Benjamin Frederick had to play today for him to prove to you that he's so good. I know. The thing is, Benjamin is one of the few players that has hardly made a mistake in this qualifying series. And starting from the Unity Cup, this guy has been consistent. So there's nothing for him to prove to us again that he is good. Now I know maybe because you watch his games in his club, because he's not doing one in his club, but the club itself is not doing well. They are last in their group in Belgium, right? Maybe they don't have good coaching. Maybe they don't have good players. Sometimes players do better when they are surrounded by better players. So he needs to leave that club, But Benjamin has nothing to prove to us again. The guy is good, he will always be our starting 11. And I know that in the nearest future, he's going to a bigger club and he's going to become a world-class defender. So Benjamin, for me, he has something even before this game today, for me, he's still our best defender right now at the moment. He and Mbasi, So I will leave it as that.
Thank you very much, Damola. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Like I say, many people are fighting Damola in the comment section. He's allowed to have his opinion. I will say this because he's mentioned again. I do not need to watch this game today to know that Benjamin Frederick is good. I'm just at how he keeps on performing and getting better game after game after game after game. And yes, I do watch him at his club, and he does struggle for his club. I know his team sucks. His club apparently they're terrible, but he doesn't stand out in that terrible team. He looks just as bad as them. But like you said, maybe if he has better players around him, he steps up to that level. Maybe, again, from the past few games, we could all see that Frederick is a good player. I'm just impressed by how every next game to be better than the previous one. And if it continues like this, I don't think anybody that I can remember in the past maybe 5 years has had this kind of just quality start to their Super Eagles career. I don't remember anybody. Some people maybe they have two fantastic games, then it goes down. But every game seems to just be better than the previous one. And I think for me that is very, very impressive. Okay. Moving on very quickly. Sheung, welcome.
Hello, Temitobayoti, it's me.
I see.
I don't hear me.
I see. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go on.
Can you hear me? First of all, I think I disagree with that man that talked last time. I don't forget his name. Damola, I disagree with him. Against Zimbabwe in New York, the manager come out to see me in that game and Zimbabwe equalized. Remember that game
Yeah.
against Zimbabwe in New York? And Zimbabwe in that game, just secondly, Zimbabwe was playing nothing on pitch because he not move him at all because he can score for him. The Gabon coach not playing nothing in that game. The manager leave on the pitch to play the game finish. So Zimbabwe the best player. You know him. You don't need the best player out of the game when the game. And thirdly, for me, it is not match for me. That pass to Chiajuke won the game for me. That was the part. That part. Although Francis play good football today. Good football today. Finally, I think Lookman should go and sort this club career out. We can bench Boniface. What of club form? Lookman should bench today. He was not playing in that attack today. I like Lookman so much, but because of this play, can't be doing the same thing we do for Boniface. Since the season has started,
No.
people have not played for Nigeria very well.
The difference is that Lookman already has credit in the bank.
I agree. But for this game, Simon is if I'm playing for Simon. Simon is done. He's done. Simon is done. Simon is done. He's done. Yeah, it's a good player. Just come on the bench. Come better. From Bali. That man needs to let him take his brain. And for finally, what I don't know what's happening to him. The drop ball, a simple drop. Want to kill this guy. This young man. Our VM want to kill young man. Other part, boom, want to kill him. And finally, that was the penalty. That was the penalty for Gabon. That was the penalty for Gabon. The penalty because Osai drag him down. The penalty. They will just look at it. Let me not give penalty. Finally, on Sunday, I watch Cameroon and Congo. They're not playing anything. They're playing rubbish. What are they playing rubbish? They're just kicking themselves on the left. And play good football on Sunday. I think in the match, they're not playing on Sunday. They don't play on Sunday. I'm not coming back to the team. Similar to that come back to the team. Just play on Sunday, or he did not play on Sunday. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. The just came with bazooka to just blow everybody up. But thank you. Okay, Alex up next, and then Sid, then Tim, and then Jeff, and I think that's where we're going to call it for this evening. So yes, but before I saw a super chat comment here that I have not acknowledged yet. I want to see if I can find the comment just to say thank you to the person that is supporting the channel. Apologies, guys, while I search for that comment. I saw it pop up, but then I did not. Somebody was speaking, so I didn't put it on screen at that time. Yes. Thank you very much to Oluwafemi Titiloye. He says this is for IoT to get Suya. Thank you very much. But Titiloye, Suya don't cost now. No be 1K they buy Suya again. But thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, Alexander, welcome.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Okay. Well, I think firstly, what I wanted to say was, in my opinion, the game today was averagely good. I think we, as a team, I'll be honest with you, if we actually genuinely want to do well in the World Cup, we have to be a bit better. I think for me personally, Calvin Bassey, Frederick, Oshiman, I think they did well. today. I think when it comes to the rest of them, so people like, in my opinion, it will be Lookman and Chooks. They have to, I'll be honest with you, they have to look themselves in the mirror this evening and say, what could they have done better? Because I think the problem we have with this national team is that we lack leaders. We genuinely lack leaders. And sometimes the body language that we demonstrate when we play sometimes look like either they're either happy to be there or not happy to be there. It's a funny one because Gabon didn't turn up today. I was quite scared of Gabon. I thought, okay, you know what? They might turn up, they might want it. Even in the first 10, 20 minutes when they were doing a semi-mid block, I won't even call it a mid block. I'll call it a very, very semi-mid block. Like, we didn't even take advantage of those areas in the pitch, especially in the final third. There were times, where Ndidi will have the ball, and we know that Ndidi is not the most mobile in the world. And to be fair, I thought he had a good game, but you have 5-10 yards in front of you. Take those yards. Get in there. Let's get our attack on. We don't do that. What we then do, we pass it to Obi. Obi would then ping a ball that doesn't make sense. And for me, especially if you're playing like a 4-4-2, for instance, obviously your key areas are your wide areas. So if you're going to be using your wide areas, it's for you to get the ball and for you to whip it across for your strikers to obviously score. We can't, and I'm sorry if I'm being negative because I really want to be positive, but I think as a team, when I'm looking at Cameroon, when I'm looking at Congo as we speak, you're seeing them playing 3-4 passes, final third, trying to make runs in behind, trying to score, trying to do something. And remember, these two teams that were playing on Sunday, they're both physical teams. They're not going to give you 5-10 yards for you to be able to be starting playing balls in behind like Gabon did, because Gabon really kind of sat back today. They didn't really do much. Second half, obviously they came out, and obviously the possession stat showed. But for me, I will have to say that midfield, we need to look at it. But also what we also need to do as a collective is for the manager to go out and start looking for younger players that can potentially come in and complement the current squad that they have. The midfield, in my opinion, I don't think is the most balanced in the world. I think there is an over-reliance on Osimhen. So if Osimhen turns up, then all of a sudden, we might have a chance of winning. But let's just say, Osimhen's having a bad game. Who can come in and change the game? Is Iwobi the right person to be playing in that position? No. So I'm just saying that we need to start playing our players in the strengths that they are. And then we also need to think about the formation. Is a 4-4-2 good for what we're trying to do? Could we consider using another formation that will suit us? Because I think attacking wise, we are a very, very good team, but it doesn't show. Yes, we can say, oh yeah, we're winning 4-1. Oh, we're winning this, winning that. We should not even be in the playoffs. We should not even be close to it with the type of team that we have. And what I'm saying right now, hopefully, is that we do win on Sunday. We do obviously make it, hopefully, to the World Cup. But I think we have to be realistic to say our players are not giving us 110%. Because on paper, the Nigerian team is a very strong team. But I know full well, and you know, Ayati, because I've come on your show on Instagram quite a few times. There is no way that in the Premier League, any of those players will have 5-10 yards in front of them, clear to go forward, and they will just stand there, receive the ball, not driving into that space and just ping the ball wide. And then most of the time it goes, most of the time it doesn't go. And I think that's something that, in my opinion, we need to look at, because I can't lie, we're not playing the way we should be playing.
DR Congo just scored, by the way.
And it's expected. To be fair, I've been watching it. Congo, second half, have been amazing. Physically, they've been amazing. And I'll be honest with you, I want us genuinely to face Cameroon, because Cameroon look very leggy. They don't look like they're winning the physical, but they just cannot run with the ball. But Congo, they seem, especially on the final third, they're just really quick on that ball. Quick transitions. And I'm not being funny, they deserve the goal because they've been amazing.
But I hear what you're saying. I mean, the reality of it is that you are being fairly negative. But
come on, Ayati.
No, you're being fairly negative. We're honest. We just won 4-1, so it feels like
but what if we lost?
But
Because I know you, IoT.
but
If
we
we
didn't
lost,
lose.
I'm
We
not.
didn't
I'm
lose.
happy that we won. I'm happy with. But remember, when we lose, and when you talk, you start to get upset. I'm not. 4-1 is good. What I'm saying is, holistically as a team,
No, I understand.
we're going to the World Cup. We've got African nations coming up. We need to start playing like where we actually have a desire to win.
Hmm.
And I'm not and I'm not saying I'm not, you know, you can say, oh, I'm negative or not, but I want the best. I think we all want the best, but we want 4. If we lost today, the conversation would be, oh my god, we lost, how could this be? The coach is rubbish, the coach is this, coach is that. But what we're saying is, we're Nigeria. On paper, we're a very good team, no questions. So a Gabon should be from the first half. We should have even been 2-3 up. I get we won 4-1. We're going to celebrate, but if we lose on Sunday, God forbid, this is the same platform we'll be coming on, and everyone will be very negative. Oh, the coach didn't do well. Da, da, da. So I'm just saying that as a team, our mindset has to be, we are winners. Nothing more, nothing less.
All right, all right. I hear you. I hear you. Okay. Are you confident going into Sunday? Looks like we're going to be facing DR Congo.
Well, if I'll be honest with you, I'm confident in the squad that we have. Congo are very good. I'll be honest with you, they're very good. They're playing very compact, really like, especially behind when they're off the ball, they're really just chasing it. But I'll be honest with you, we're Nigeria, man. We're the best at what we do. We just have to just obviously go in there with the right mindset of winning. Let's not do this. I remember, I don't know if you saw, there was a bit where I think Oshiman was like shouting at a couple of the players, I think, on the second half. And it's needed. So these guys can wake up and understand that they're representing Nigeria. We don't come last, and we should never come last. But if you watch Congo, and for people that are watching Congo, everyone just is defending, attacking at the right position. But we have to be tactically, in my opinion, smarter than Congo on Sunday if we have a chance to win.
All right, all right. Thank you very much, Alexander. Nice to hear from you.
No problem. See you soon.
All right. Okay, let's keep it going. We'll wrap up very quickly. We're already over the 2-hour mark. We'll take the last callers, Sid, Jeff, and Tim. Sid, Mr. Sid, thank you very much. Thank you for your patience. You've been waiting a while. You're muted. We cannot hear you, Mr. Sid.
I said, Nigerians, you can't please them. You win, you're not happy. You lose, you're not happy. Give the boys some slack. People don't understand that the way you are tensed is the same way these boys are tensed. And they're playing this ball with tension. It's a different kind of ball. You get me? And Osimhen has a lot in the bank. He has credit, enough credit. Haaland has missed an open chance. So please, yes, he missed a chance, but he put his mind together and he buried the next 2 he got. So we need to learn to give players a slack. And a lot of the guys that have come in, yes, they have made their own points, but I feel that they are not being fair enough for the team generally. These boys are giving their 110%. They are putting they want to go to the World Cup more than even most of us. So I don't think the team has not done exactly what they need to do. And it was a tensed game. And if you look at the game, first 15, 20 minutes, they overwhelmed the Gabonese. They were in charge of the midfield. And sometimes we're not understanding what the coach is doing. The coach started with a 4-4-2. And in a 4-4-2, basically, he has 2 strikers, and then he has 2 banks of 4. And the strikers are running the channels, or the fullbacks to run the fullback channels. But our right fullback does not run up. If we had Aino, Aino can run up the channels. He only did that once. So he had to play 4-4-2 so that he could contain the Gabonese midfield. And he overwhelmed Lemina and took out the midfield. But in the second half, the boys gassed out. Iwobi played very well the first half, started losing passes in the second half, but he got back because Iwobi has a lot in his tank. He has great stamina. And so the coach in the second half, the coach changes to 4-3-3. He brings out his left Ademola and Chukwueze, brings in wingers, basically changing the game, playing a 4-3-3, opening the game up so that he can expose the wings and bring in crosses for Osimhen. So people are not watching what is happening in the game. There's an in-game happening, and the coach is following it, monitoring it, and ensuring that that happens. And towards the end of the game, like the other guy say, oh, he didn't remove a striker. No, he removed a striker, brought in Onyeka to bolster the midfield, and the game is just a lucky deflection that gave them an equalizer. So why are we not watching the game as it is, that sometimes this happens? Even our first goal was a mistake from them. It's not that we really walked into the first goal. They made a mistake. We
Yeah.
capitalized, and we went. So sometimes football is like that. But the most important thing is to keep your head in the game, which they did, and I congratulate Osimhen for doing it, because many strikers would drop their head immediately. But as soon as he lost that game, you knew that the next chance he gets, he's burying it. And the next time he buried it, and you could see how he threw out everything. He knew that it was paining him. So the next two chances, he buried it. So that's what a typical striker is. And we must give him his kudos. So congratulations to the boys. The boys did very well. And, I know everybody's giving a slack. From the first day I saw Frederick, I told you that boy must come into the Eagles and he must displace Ekong immediately. Some guys in the comment section were saying, what am I saying? He's a small boy. It's not about small boy. His first touch is superb. He's one of the guys that can play the ball without press. He breaks the press. It's a long time. The last time I saw a player, based on my age, was Stephen Keshi. Stephen Keshi could break a press, get the ball, break a press. I've not seen an Eagles defender do that in many years. That's many years. So this guy is a regen. He's basically, as soon as I saw him first two times, I said, no. If he's a smart coach, put the boy in. Tell Ekong, relax. You are the big boy. Let this boy play football. And the boy has secured his seat to the Munda. If they go to the World Cup, he's playing. He's playing. There's nothing happening. He's playing the football. He's very calm. It's football. He doesn't make missed passes. And as soon as he made that drive, when last did the Nigerian defender drive from the defense, drive through to the attack and place a clean pass? Just take the pass, bury it. That's football. Football is not age. Now the football is play it and it will be easy. So congratulations to Frederick. He has secured his bag. There's no thing around it. We still need a right fullback who can help. And you saw what Chell did. When the game was almost in the bag, he came back and played a 3-5-2. He changed the formation. The last formation we played, he played 3 formations in this game. People are not watching. They are blaming the man. A man that came few months to the end of this qualifiers and basically rescued us, gave us a fighting chance. For me, Chell has done very well because he was learning on the game, learning his team, working with it to getting us here. And I tell you, I've watched the game. I just kept watching the game. Cameroon, Congo DR. We will qualify. There's no problem here. The Congo guys are like the Gabonese. They are faster. They have a lot of energy. But if we calm down and play the ball, just like today, we calm down. It will be, Ndidi. They control the midfield. Today's game, they control the midfield. They only lost it in the first 30 minutes of the second half. But after we took out the midfield from them. So this time around, I believe the coach will get a good formation. He'll watch what they have. What we need to do is that the Congolese, they have wingers and what their midfield is. If we do what we need to do, we go ahead. I don't know how he wants to play with Lookman. Lookman is having a problem of fitness, match fitness and all that. And so he's not, there are things that you expect when he cuts in, he takes a shot. Lookman is not doing that. He's second guessing himself. So the question is, will he, in this critical game, start with Moses Simon, or does he want to end the game with Moses Simon? That's the question for the coach. Number 2, there's no need to change the goalkeeper. Yes, Wabali may have 1 or 2 issues that we may be concerned, but let me be honest with you. I prefer a Wabali, 2, and Okoye. Okoye is good in Europe, but there's something Okoye when he for the Eagles, I think the pressure gets to him. The pressure of the Super Eagles fan, the fans get to him. It's a pressure of if I make a mistake, these guys will eat me because of what happened against Tunisia. So I think he carries that pressure a lot, and he's comfortable being second fiddle to Wabali. Wabali doesn't care what we are saying because the coach likes him. He brings confidence to the team. Yes, but he becomes overconfident and can make silly errors. So if they keep working on him, I think it's better for me. It's preferred to work with him through these qualifiers to get to their training camp. If they go through the qualifiers, then they go. So I think very good game today. The boys did their best. Hopefully the finals, they can take their chances early. I believe if they take their chances early, then there's less pressure. The Akot first chance was the chance that created that pressure. If Akot took his first chance, you know, the team
Yeah.
would have been a bit more relaxed and play. But once they missed it, pressure, and it's not easy on the players. So congratulations to them, especially because of the NFF problems. Nigerians are watching them, oh, these guys. I believe that's what's going on in their head. Oh my God, Nigerians will say we went on strike, this and that, but they have survived this one. So the finals they will be calm and they will take their chance. So
All right.
I the guys did well.
Thank you
No.
very much, Mr. Sib. I appreciate you joining and sharing your thoughts. All right. Okay, we're wrapping up very quickly, very, very quickly. I have a comment here. Adedamola that you guys have been attacking. So Adedamola is defending himself with a super chat comment. He says, for those attacking me, I did not say Ndidi is better in Turkey than in the EPL. I said he has become a better player in the Nigerian team since he moved to Turkey. I take time to watch the team. So he's defending his opinion of Wilfred Ndidi, amongst other things that he said while he was speaking. But at the end of the day, see, everybody has their opinion. We're not always going to agree. That's just part of being human and part of being opinionated. Okay, last two callers, guys. Please, I beg you. I know you've waited, but please let's try to make it as quick as possible, just because we are well over time. Mr. Jeff, welcome.
There's no please, Ayo. There's no please. So don't please me right now. How you doing, my brother? How you doing, Joe?
Sorry.
So let me quickly. I was doing some research on your behalf. So on the yellow card issue, yes. It says if a player gets 2 yellow cards. So the thing is, this is the same competition phase.
Yeah.
So if a player has if a player has 2 yellow cards in separate matches during the qualifying rounds, they receive 1 match suspension. So. But if so you will qualify this thing as the same competition phase. So if you have a card now, you have a card next, and you're going to be suspended. How old is Benjamin Frederick?
I think it's 20.
That guy is 60 years old now. Come on now. That guy is playing like he's 60 years old. You know me, I told you, my playing days, I was a defender. One thing I like about him is he doesn't face you. So if you watch Benjamin Frederick, he doesn't face you, he gives you his side. That's the only way an attacker doesn't beat you. And that's something I know that this guy is just excellent at what he's doing. He's just an amazing player. One of the things I think the previous callers, like you said, everybody's entitled to their opinion. The thing is, you look at the numbers. For Osimhen, Osimhen is a different profile player. That's why when Napoli was getting back, what's his name, that the Belgium guy, Lukaku, Osimhen, the Ostigard, that's Ostigard guy was saying, Lukaku, hold on to the ball. He drives the ball forward. Yeah, Osimhen is a different profile player. He's not going to be caressing the ball. He's going to miss a lot of chances. But how many goals has he scored? Why is he the leading goal scorer in the Champions League? So a profile of a player is different. Osimhen is a player he's a one-time shoot player. So most likely he's going to miss the games, like your previous caller said. He might be tense. He might be under pressure, like all of us. I'm not going to lie to you. Second half, I stopped watching the game. I was like, let me go do other things. I'll come and watch the final game when the game is over. So when the game was over, I rewatched the full game before coming to your show, so I can understand, okay, what really happened. Because when you watch with emotions, you just you are emotionally involved, and a lot of things can go wrong with how you interpret the game. But in terms of Osimhen is world class. Let's forget about that conversation. Osimhen is world class. There is if he can miss 100 chances. Haaland scored 2 goals today. Osimhen scored 2 goals today. So don't be telling me, Haaland is, leave that thing. I beg. Let's praise. Osimhen can walk into any national team in the world. Literally speaking, if he was in England, they were playing with Kane because that's how good this guy is. He does more things than anybody can, so that's just by the wayside. I think the weak link for us right now, which we need to address, is this Osai guy. Maybe, I know Smitlai has told you before, he doesn't, won't play him, won't invite him. And I understand Smitlai's reservation right now because I can see it. Like I said, I'm a defender. So when I'm watching game, I'm watching from the defensive side of things. Osai is going to be our problem. If a very smart coach notice that, they might exploit him. So hopefully we'll get Ola back on time, and then we'll get other players to replace subsequently. But so far so good. It's a great game. We won 4-1. People should stop castigating the coach. The coach is an amazing coach. He did his bit. I mean, just think of Pesero time. So this time we're playing. We used to play defensive, like we could not even attack. Now we are up front. And one thing again, Gabon scored 22 goals before this game, conceded 9. They are not a small team. They drew 0-0 with Cote d'Ivoire. The difference is we outplayed them, we outclassed them. We moved the ball so fast that the guys in their midfield could not even understand what's happening. Almost our players were doing one-touch passes, guys. One-touch passes. So that's complete. That's Gabon did not. Gabon turn up. They turn up. This is a one game. This is not a 2-game play. These guys did not even train the day before yesterday. So they turned up, guys. They turned up. But when you play with finesse, Nigerian players are different profile. Nwobi, Ndidi, they are all different. Ndidi is not going to be like what are the guys doing? The Rice of this world that will shoot from far and score. We don't have this kind of players. Yes, we know our quality. We are, like you call it, Super Eagles quality. I mean, Super Eagles standard. So
Super Eagles class.
Yeah, Super Eagles. We're not that kind of level. Osimhen, a few players are world class, but others are still, they are doing their bit, but they are getting us to the, to the problem. So hopefully, the younger players like Ebenezer picks up picks up steam. Doesn't get injured because he's also a different profile player. And I'm just thinking how will Richel use him with Nwobi in the same team. That's what I'm thinking eventually as we go into much more competition. But other than that, everything is fine, man. But good game. Thank you, my man.
All right, thank you very much, Jeff. Nice to hear from you. I can hear the excitement / passion in your voice as you're speaking.
Yeah. I had to read it before I call on your show, man. But thank you, my man. Thank you, my man. Thank you.
Okay. We have one more caller for this evening. Guys, before we wrap up, guys, send super chat, support the channel, support the effort, support the growth of Eagles Tracker as we continue to forge ahead. It goes a long way, helping with content creation, helping with payment of staff, helping us to keep this thing going, and of course, covering matches whenever we go to cover games. And if you are yet to like the video, please take a second to hit the like button. It costs you nothing to do so, and it goes a long way in terms of pushing the channel forward. If you are new here, welcome, subscribe. We are live every single week. We're live every Super Eagles, Super Falcons match day, and we have so much more content, interviews, debates, analysis, and so much more for you to enjoy. So please make sure you do subscribe. Mr. Tim, take us.
IoT. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
My boy. How you doing?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
I'm good. I'm not going to take too much of your time. Just want to say greetings from Toronto, Canada. This is a Nigerian born, but I live in Toronto right now. So just been showing some love. I joined your Eagles tracker during our AFCON campaign when we lost to Ivory Coast in the last game. That was when I discovered your channel. So, but I've been watching Nigeria since 1998. So I've gotten used to disappointment. I'm sure you yourself have as well. But I was gonna say, how was your heart feeling after Osimhen missed that last kick in regulation time? How did your heart feel?
Honestly, my heart was good. It was more my brain that was scrambled because I was in utter disbelief. I said when he was going through on goal, I already stood up. I had my hands in the air. I was just waiting for the net to board so that I can run and celebrate. So my heart was calm, but my brain was like,
it made no sense.
Did that just happened? Like,
it made no sense. No, like you watch this guy play in Galatasaray, and even when he was in Napoli, and Goals that don't even look like they're gonna go in, he puts effort to score them. So when he had that one-on-one against the Gabonese goalkeeper, my hand was in the air already, and I was, this is it. We're going to the right, and then he missed. But they don't make a song for him for no reason. They don't call him the best striker in Italian Napoli history for no reason. So I'm very grateful for the win. I want to say Benjamin Frederick. Listen, the one thing about this guy, a lot of people are talking about, all these players, what they bring to the game. Confidence for a 20-year-old. Confidence for a 20-year-old. I have never seen that in my entire life. And one play that is maybe he's being overlooked. I don't know if you remember, like the last attempt on goal, right before the end of the first half that Aubameyang had. And unfortunately, Iwobi gave up the ball, but Aubameyang had the ball and he was running down the line, and Benjamin Frederick chased him down and brought that play right there was honestly a game changer. A lot of people are not going to talk about it, but it was a game changer, and it showed me that a 20-year-old can play. Confidence is something that I don't know if our team has. Obviously, we have stars, but that type of confidence I am so proud of, and I can put my faith in that. Like I said, Nigerian soccer teams, ever since Yakubu's missed in South Africa in 2010, losing in 2018, Victor Moses missing, there's been a lot of disappointment, but I'm watching these players play, and I know everybody has their issues. Everybody's got their things against them. I'm with you. Ndidi is a guy. He's my guy. But I'm putting a lot of confidence in the young stars and what they did today. I haven't been this excited watching Nigerian soccer in a very, very long time. So I'm waiting for Sunday's game. I think we're probably going to play Gabon, to be honest. And honestly, I know a lot of people are asking for like the easier game to go against Cameroon, but I mean, we have to prove that we deserve the World Cup opportunity, don't we?
DR Congo.
Oh, DR Congo. Yeah. Like, we have to prove that we deserve to be in the World Cup. So we think we can just skirt our way into it. No, if you want to be in the World Cup, you have to prove it. So whoever wins, I'm ready to face them. We've done one job. Now we got to do the second job on Sunday.
All right. Thank you very much, team. I appreciate you joining. I can hear your excitement.
Oh, I'm juiced. I'm so excited. Like I said, the last time I've been this excited watching Nigerian football was, I can't even tell you, like from 2002, 1998, like probably that long ago. And it's just been, disappointment after another. And I'm in Canada right now. So if we make it.
I'm in Toronto next week.
You're in Toronto next week.
So you can come and buy Mount Afro from me.
Hey, for real. Listen.
I'm in Toronto next week.
Listen, honestly, if you have Instagram, my Instagram is dem1s, DEM1NEZ. DM me, I'll take you around town, man, for sure. We got to celebrate. We got to celebrate because I know we're winning on Sunday. I know it.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right, boss. God bless. Oh, see you, man.
Shout out to team, man. Thank you very, very much. Okay, guys. Oh, man. Let me see, 2 comments here. Ada is asking, can you confirm if Ndidi is suspended on for Sunday? So as of now, I think yes, he is suspended. I want to go back and read the rules properly. Based on everything that I've seen so far, I think yes, he is suspended. I think so. But I'll confirm for sure. I think so as of now, because this is not a FIFA, when they made the laws and everything, they did not call this this is not a new phase of the competition. It's only that your qualifying things don't go into the main tournament. So this is still part of the qualifying phase. This is still the preliminary phase. It just so happens to be that CAF has a further playoffs to determine the number 1 team that will qualify. CAF could easily have said, well, we're not going to do a mini tournament. We're just going to take the best second place team. CAF could have done that. But it's the way we chose to do it in Africa. So this is still the same phase as far as FIFA is concerned. So I do think it is going to miss the game, but I will verify for sure. And I will say it in my match preview video that I'm going to record probably tomorrow for the game against DRC. I need to go and watch some DRC videos a little bit and just have do more research. But yes, I hope my content creator is watching. You have work to do. But yes, and then Folarin Yusuf, all the way in Australia, is asking who can replace Ndidi, Onyedika or Onyeka. I think it is going to be Onyeka. Onyedika is a fine player, good player on the ball, but I think when you're looking for that work rate, when you're looking for that energy, winning balls back, interceptions, tackling, I think Onyeka probably does that slightly better. and then Oyedika is somebody that uses the ball more. So if he misses the game, I think Oyeka is going to slot into his spot. I think so. I think so. Somebody says, CV says, IoT, let's catch up in Toronto. Send me a DM on Instagram. My Instagram is at IoT1. Send me a DM. I'm happy to meet up. I'm in Toronto next week. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be there for, but I am in Toronto next week. One of my good friends is getting married, so I'm going to be there to celebrate him. That should be a fun one. Should be a fun one. And if you want to see me in Toronto, just as long as you'll take me out to go and eat food or to do something somewhere, I'm down. And it's always nice, it's always nice to meet people from the community in person. I always say this. I do not take this thing for granted at all. I started Eagles Tracker during the pandemic, was when I started Eagles Tracker. And in these few years, we've grown by leaps and bounds. I was doing this, I had a full-time job. Now this is my full-time job. So I do not take it for granted at all. I really, really appreciate you guys. And that's why whenever I'm asking you people to send super chats, some people, you have money, why do you super chat? No, because this is my full-time job. If I do not make money from Eagles Tracker, from the content, from the work that we do, I do not eat. I do not pay my bills. This is now my full-time job. And it wouldn't be able to be my full-time job without the support of you guys on the channel and without everything that you do. So honestly, I sincerely appreciate every single person that contributes, every single person that leaves a super chat, every single person that watches, because even when you watch ads play, we make money like that. Everybody that shares the channel with somebody else, everybody that likes a video, that's why I'm always saying please like, because the more we grow, the more we can make, the more things we can do, the more content we can create. So thank you to every single person. Well, we've been here for 2.5 hours and we still have over 462 people that are watching keenly. Even though I have nothing else to say, people are still watching. I sincerely appreciate every single one of you. Shout out to the Super Eagles, man. Thank you for the win today. My match preview video for the DR Congo game, I'm going to film it tomorrow and it will drop on the channel. Maybe tomorrow night or Saturday during the day, it will drop on the channel. So make sure you check out that one when it drops. And then, of course, again on Sunday after the game, I'm going to be live for the post-match show where we will be talking about how we are going to the FIFA World Cup Interconfederation playoffs by the grace of God. It's been a pleasure, man. Thank you very much, guys. I'm going to retire here. Thank you. My name is Ayoti. This is Eagles Tracker, the home of Nigerian football, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.